What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We've got a lot of raid testing today. And sorry for the late start. I had a little mini emergency I had to take care of, but we are all set now. Well, just about. Since I am going to be doing some raid tanking, let's see. Do I want to pick up some other things? For now, we'll keep this. Alright, give me a second, guys. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys... there's some errors right now where we can't actually get into the raid as well. So if you guys see that, we can't even get in right now. I'm trying to set up some things here for Discord. Oh, server restart. Server restart in 1 minute. And then we'll be doing some... I haven't done raid Brewmaster tanking yet, so we're going to be doing that. Alright, they're doing a complete restart. A server restart. Also, did you guys check out the new cinematic that dropped as well? The Old Warrior, or I forget if that's what it's called. The Starfang cinematic. Did you guys check that out? It was a pretty good one. I'll tell you that much. I really enjoyed it. Alright, there's the boot. Let me go ahead and relaunch. Always breaking things. Blizzard always breaking things. Alright, updating right now. Let's do that. Alright. Grand Marshal, how you doing, man? Trying to get into this raid testing right now. Oof, you guys see that? Not currently available. Oh, another update. 2 updates back to back. How you doing, Grand Marshal? Marshal, did you check out the new cinematic? Old Soldier cinematic. What's up, Muhammad? How you doing? No realms currently available. We're trying to do this Brewmaster tanking in here. It's not working out. And it says another update. Definitely a satisfying cinematic. It was really good, yeah. It was also really well done. Just overall, the animation, the detail, that was really good. So I've got a little tinfoil hat theory here. I want to hear it. In every single one of these cinematics, there's been the Lich King in there, or his influence, whether it was through Saurfang's son. There's been, you know, Sylvanas turning. The Lich King has been in all of them. Now, just from going around questing in Battle for Azeroth, I can tell you that there's old god things happening. And Il'gynoth was always, you know, telling us old god they're being released. So I've got a tinfoil hat theory here. The Horde recently took all of Kalimdor, and so why am I going to the Gladiator Sanctum? You were in bed when you got the notification it was out, and you got up to see it on your bin screen. That was a very smart move. Very smart move to go see it on the big screen. So the theory for me is, we've got Horde taking over Kalimdor. We've got humans in the Eastern Kingdoms and humans in Kultiras. And then we've got up in the north, in Northrend, there's really no one there, right? That's the land of the Lich King. Lich King is still around in the form of Bolvar. So my theory is, for this expansion, we're going to start fighting each other. And then Il'gynoth has said things like, the Boy King is going to lie. The King of Diamonds is my pawn. You know, things like this. So, as you quest through Kultiras, you can start seeing the old god influence. They're already turned. They have tentacles on their face. They're like half humans. There's temples out there for praying. There's a lot of this. Even just going through the regular quest line, you see a lot of it. So what if for this expansion, all three old gods come up? What if for this expansion, all three old gods come up? Right? And then Vol'jin has stated, hey, you know what? I'm going to make Sylvanas the leader. And not many are going to understand why. And then after the Warbringer one, everybody's like, what the hell? Why is Sylvanas the leader? Well, what if she's the leader because she can't be corrupted by an old god? So she needs to lead the Horde to victory. So over on Kalimdor, which is all Horde, we have Cthulhu coming out of AQ. We need Sylvanas to keep a level head to lead us to victory. Over on Kultiras, the human continent, we have N'Zoth coming out. And what if, here's the tinfoil hat part of this, Yogg-Saron busts out of Uldir as well in the north. And the reason we've seen all of this Lich King stuff coming back up is because we need the Lich King and his Scourge to help fight Yogg-Saron and all the other old gods as well. What if we need that to happen? So we get in there. We have 1 second. Let me get to loading this. So the new expansion, we have all of the old gods kind of busting through and breaking through everywhere. So the Horde needs to take care of that. What's up, Demon Hunter? So the Horde needs to take care of Cthulhu in Kalimdor. Alliance needs to take care of N'Zoth in Kultiras. And then the Scourge and the Lich King need to take care of Yogg in the north. Now, one other thing is that not a lot of people want Sylvanas to be War Chief. Even when she became War Chief in Legion, Not a lot of people wanted that. Now, Sylvanas being who she is, she's never going to give up that seat willingly. Never. She's not going to say, yeah, you know what, I don't want to be war chief anymore. She's willing to do anything for her people and defend her people to the end. So the only way that Sylvanas will give up that seat willingly is if something else comes up that's crazy game breaking out there, right? So if Sylvanas, if up in the north, when we fight Yogg-Saron, the current Lich King, Bolvar, loses his life to Yogg-Saron, dies in battle, the Scourge now need a new Lich King. What if Sylvanas becomes a Lich Queen? And then we get Saurfang or whoever as the new war chief of the Horde, someone a little more level-headed. So now we have a new Lich King for the Horde. I mean, we have a new Lich King, which we always need one. We have a new war chief, one that isn't going to be doing as many things as Sylvanas. And we have new baddies, because the old gods aren't dead. We also have the prophecies coming back to life. The prophecies of Il'gynoth and Naifu coming true. Do you guys think I'm just completely batshit crazy, or am I onto something? I think this is the guy I was with earlier. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he's in here. Hello?
What actually?
Hey, I queued up again.
Who's that?
This is Cobra Kai Dojo. Alright. We're back in. Hello?
Yo.
Alright, we're back in.
I got us a warlock to you. See if this guy jumps in.
That's helpful.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
I'm trying to set up a lot of like the
Yeah.
Discord and stuff. Where
Yes.
do I do this?
Somebody try Ogremar. See if the Ogremar one's
I already
working.
tried it, it wasn't working. I logged back in and tried it, and it didn't work. There is a single priest in queue.
It's all up in the air for me.
With a tank.
Feel like the plot is too open-ended right now. I agree.
The other tanks in
It's
here.
very open-ended.
The single person.
Alright, let's run in. Look at all this lag, guys. Stress test the servers 100%. Look at that. Whoa. So much lag.
Single priest, I see he has some weird, like, Russian letters in his name.
Yeah, I'm running in right now.
Best goods in the empire right here.
Oh,
I mean, do you just wanna,
Alright, yeah, so then.
do you just wanna pack this completely full, or do you wanna just leave it as it is?
We'll just leave it as it is for right now.
is everybody else falling through the floor as well?
Alright, so who's Cobb is the other tank?
Yep.
Alright, hey buddy, I got a guildie who's actually gonna come tank this, I'm sorry, bud.
Hey guys.
Don't talk to the dude to teleport.
Yeah, you fall through to the floor, right?
Yeah, I just tried it.
I got raid testing. Yeah, we're doing some raid testing. I think I got the boot though. I did get the boot. They said, "Hey, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to boot you. Somebody else is gonna come test," and they booted me from Discord. Oh man! All right, let's do this. I can try to log into a DPSer as well, just to do some raid testing, but yeah, we're raid testing. Julia, what did you think about all of the whole Warbringer last time we were here, and now the new cinematic? What are your thoughts on all that? Feeling more comfy with Monk since Wednesday. I need to get more practice in with Monk. That's really what it is. I have not done any raids on a Monk, right? So I did all of this leveling. I I did a lot of leveling with this monk. I've done mythic pluses, and I've done leveling with I've done raid testing on a warrior and on a paladin. I have not done any raid testing on a BM monk, so I really want to see it. As far as being a little bit more comfortable, yeah, I think every time I play, I just get a little bit more comfortable. Probably gonna have to just open up my mic as well, just to be really comfortable with it. Because comboing while having a push to talk, just not used to that yet. Alright, hey, I got into a group, and they haven't booted me yet. I wonder if we still die. Yep. What's up, Scott? And what's up, Brian? You have me muted because of the conference call? Yeah, for sure, man. Does this guy read Twitch chat? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Meme skill dreams. Yeah, I read all the chats. I only have YouTube chat up on the screen just because of the whole like the emojis I have. They only come up if I only show that. That was a quick accept. Yeah, we're back in it. I'm never gonna really take a hit that's, if I take a hit that's more than 10%, I'm messing up. I'm doing something wrong with my stagger, so I really doubt I'm gonna be taking hits that are more than 10%. Chance to summon a healing sphere every time it deals damage. That's actually pretty good. Increasing damage taken. Oh, this is a PvP one. That's why. This is from Arathi. Nice. Increase armor. Right now, we have such a low amount of armor as base monks that any increase is not going to be subject of any DRs or anything like that. What's up, Thomas? You actually loved my reaction to Sylvanas. It made it too funny. Cyberfang was awesome. It made me even more worried. So, Julia, before you got in here, I was saying my tinfoil hat theory. So we've talked about this whole Sylvanas thing in the past. And Sylvanas isn't going to give up the war chief throne willingly or easily. See, people just keep porting in and dying. Look. This guy just ported in. Oh, he's not dead yet. Oh, there it is. So not yet. So yeah, Sylvanas isn't gonna give up this throne willingly or just because at any point, right? So recently, what we've had with all the Warbringer cinematics, and this one, the old warrior one, is there's a lot of callback to the Lich King, right? Sylvanas being turned, Saurfang's son, with Jaina, I forgot what exactly it was, but there's the Lich King in all of them, right? Wait, am I the group leader? Why is this pinging me? Okay, I just have assist. So yeah, there's a lot of callback to the Lich King. So here's my theory. Thanks for repeating that for me. What item level are they scaling me to? They are scaling me to 360, which is Mythic plus 4. 340 is Mythic 0. Yeah, Mythic plus 4. They were lovers. I agree, they were lovers, but also like for the Saurfang one, he was there, and like he's been there in all of these, right? Also, like from Legion, Il'gynoth was over there telling us this whole time, like, the old gods are coming back. They're coming back. I don't care what you guys say. And the Shadow Priest weapon was also like, yeah, they're coming back. So there's a lot of things that start pointing towards old god things, right? And then when you're questing when you're questing in Kultiras, up here in the north in Stormsong, this whole area, the Shrine of the Storm, it's very old god focused. And there's a lot of like tentacle things. There's a lot of monsters here. There's a lot of priests and preachers that are praying, and then they started growing tentacles on their face. They started mutating. So this whole area looks very N'Zoth influenced, right? So the only old god that we haven't seen is N'Zoth. So what if all three old gods bust through the earth, or through Azeroth, sorry, at the same time? So then we have over here in Kalimdor, this is all Horde, right? This is all Horde. Silithus over here is where Cthulhu was, arguably over here in AQ. So over here, the Horde needs to fight. Now, Vol'jin said, I'm putting Sylvanas in charge, not many will understand. What if the reason for that is because she can't be influenced by the old gods? So we need a strong leader that isn't going to just be, uh-oh. It's fixed, but not really. Alright. So what if we need a strong leader that is just not going to be... I got meleeed for 62k. We need a strong leader that is going to not be able to fall to the influence of that. And then we've got the Alliance having to fight Stormsong. You know, depending on who is or who is not. Who is or who is not there. And then we've got Yogg-Saron up in the north, right? So Yogg-Saron busts through as well in Storm Peaks. And so up in the north we have to fight with the Lich King. Now what if during this fight with the old gods, Bolvar die? What? I might as well jump off. Bolvar dies, right? What if Bolvar... Bolvar dies, and now a new Lich King needs to be claimed. This is really messed up, Blizz. Yeah, that can't be. First of all, these numbers can't be true. I'm getting hit for half of my HP through stagger. You guys see my stagger's ticking. So yeah, what if Sylvanas, the only way she gives up that throne is if she has to become the Lich Queen? That's my current theory. So the reason she was put in place was because she can't be influenced by old gods. The only way she's going to give up the title of War Chief, which a lot of people want her to do, is by becoming the Lich Queen. That means that Bolvar needs to die. Why would we need the Scourge to fight old gods? The Scourge and the Lich King are only going to fight for their embetterment. So if Yogg-Saron is pushing them and trying to take over ICC or something, trying to take over their area, trying to just kill them off, that's the only way that the Scourge would ever fight alongside us. So a lot of things that probably won't be real, but just food for thought. How else would she give up the Lich King role? And how else would she give up the Lich King role? Oh god, look at this heavy stagger already. How else or why else would she give up the Lich King role, and why would we need her? Why would specifically they say many will not understand, but you need her? Like, why? What about her makes her special? Yeah, this is I had stagger up that whole time. My stagger was ticking for 22k, but I was still taking really big hits. Damage taken. This is a lot, a bit ridiculous. Pretty sure it's still really broken. Very, very broken. Pretty sure Cthulhu and Yogg are dead. No, we pushed them back. Meme skill, we pushed them back. So it was kind of like their arm was sticking out of their prison, and we punched that arm and stuffed it back in. We didn't actually kill them. It's my understanding that old gods are huge, like way bigger than we can ever expect. What's up, nerds? How you doing? Sarfang for War Chief? Yeah, so most people want Saurfang for War Chief, so the only way to do that is to have Sylvanas give up War Chief, which good luck making her give that up alive, unless she has to do something else that's super important. That's a good speculation. That'd be crazy. Yeah, can you imagine fighting alongside the Scourge? And then Sylvanas is like, the Scourge are my people. Undead are my people. They still need my leader. There is no one else. Bolvar's gone. They need someone else to take over to fight for them. Oh no, we were supposed to oh, we're doing a run for it? Let's do a run for it. Try the death run. Uh-oh. I might make it. I might make it, guys. But I still have combat. Hopefully they reset. Oh no. Alright. I need to drop combat somehow. Going this way is the room for the Fetid Devourer. So I'm gonna see.
What is this creature? It appears as if
Nope, I haven't dropped combat yet. Blizzard. This happened last time. Last time they had raid testing for this boss was the same thing. It was everybody was just falling through. So hopefully their death run can make it now. If they decide to do another death run right now. Alright, so stagger. Instantly 50%. Oh no. Oh no. Recap. I was getting meleeed for 50k through stagger? That's not real. Don't forget they still haven't destroyed Kel'Thuzon's phylactery. Yeah. Uldir cinematic is awesome. Story is good and connects pre-events with graphic quality. Yes. Yes. A lot of people are saying, Blizzard, why don't you make your own movie? You can clearly make one. Yeah, they'd probably need to hire a ton of other art directors though, because if they took all their art people and did that, we would have no in-game cinematics. Nothing else being developed for actual live. Wow. I think they might have made it. Nope. Nope. Nobody made it. This is really broken. There's no way we can survive that. If I'm redirecting 75% of damage coming in from melees and they're still hitting me for, right, when I stagger 78%, they're still hitting me for 50k. Yeah, the other tank is probably just getting one shot. It's terrible. Just did a quick search, and apparently Sarge is the only old god that's dead. Yeah, that's the one who Garrosh ate the heart of that old god. So even though we fought Cthulhu in AQ, we fought Yogg-Saron in Uldir, they didn't die. There was basically like, imagine there's this giant vault holding them. A little crack developed, and they were able to seep through a little bit, and we just saw a little part of them. That's it. We just saw a tiny little part of them. After that, it's we just kind of shoved them back in. We kind of like beat up that arm and shoved them back into their prison. Run to moon? They said run to moon. Nope. I thought I could cut a corner, avoid that one guy. Not happening. You can't kill an old god if they've infested the world unless you want to destroy the world. Have they completely infested the world though? Okay, let me go here so I can die here so they can res me. I want to be close enough. Okay. Alright, we're good now. How many deaths is that? Oh yeah, there's no durability. Okay, perfect. They're actually killing these guys, and I don't think they even have a tank. This is ridiculous, guys. This is going to be the hardest boss. Teleporting in, hardest boss right here. Garrosh did nothing wrong. Garrosh was an unfortunate effect of the circumstances that happened at that point. He was an inexperienced leader. Somebody just put him there and was like, here, you do all the things. And he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were like, yeah, you'll be fine. And then it turns out later on he didn't do just fine. And then they were like, you know what? We didn't like the job you did. It was like, but I told you I had no idea. Why do you gotta kill me over this? No durability? No durability loss right here because of this buff. Durability loss from death reduced by 100% for raid testing. That being said, raid testing is very broken. I'll die on moon on stairs. Oh, this guy's not in combat? Oh, somebody made it. This guy's got a res too. Alright, and then we'll slowly pull this room. Very nice. I think we made it. Somehow Green Jesus will be War Chief again. Maybe. They did say that Thrall is coming back. The big thing to me is, how is Sylvanas going to give up power? Because she probably won't. Empowers nearby allies, increasing damage done and reducing damage taken. That's a big deal. So we need to pull these packs while these dominators are not around them. Nice! We made it! Raid testing 1. Alright, let me eat some food. Got a food buff. Yeah, that's just the crazy theory. I've been thinking about it. Alright, so I've got my stagger on again, and this guy is beating me up, man. Oh man, this starts getting real heavy. But at least with focus. Oh, you guys see the DK on my group? He taunted right now, and he almost went down. And just from tanking this, he was taking very heavy hits. All right, let me purify this one more time. I created a decent amount of orbs, but I didn't feel like I needed to use them. Let me pull these guys over here. Oh no, we got a dominator. This is not going to end well. I'm gonna die. I get heavy stagger almost instantly. I thought we had made it, guys. I thought we had made it. I thought we were gonna be fine. We were going to survive. Nope. This is it. This is how I die. I'm not quite sure why those two packs pulled together. It didn't seem like they needed to, or like they should have. Maybe exile because there's a group of undead that are turning against her right now. Well, that's the yeah, they could exile her, tell her and her Dark Rangers to go away. But if you exile Sylvanas, she's going to want to kill you. So what I really want to avoid is a Garrosh 2.0, and if they exile Sylvanas, she's going to come back as a bad guy trying to kill everybody. Some people left. Yeah, I don't know if somebody pulled that group for us. Just ninja pulling things. Sylvanas is not going anywhere. Think about it. Even with the Forsaken, who cares enough to take care of them besides Sylvanas? We'll see. But do you how do you think someone can go up to Sylvanas and be like, hey, stop being the war chief peacefully? Hey, you know what? Just walk away. You're not needed anymore. She's gonna try to kill you. You try to get rid of her job as war chief, she's gonna try to kill you. She's been trying to get this promotion all her life. To have a personal army, personal bodyguards as the faction chiefs. Everybody keeps coming in. Look, we need to do the thing again where we run over here and reset things. I'm doing brew and not prop. I've done prop for every other raid testing and pally for one of them. So I wanted to change it up. I wanted to do some Brewmaster testing here. But it doesn't look like we're going to get very far with this first boss. Although this first boss is over in like 10-15 minutes. It doesn't look like we're going to go get anywhere with this boss. It spawns us right on top of 2 packs, I believe. So having those 2 packs on us instantly with the patrols as well. Okay, somebody res me, but they're in combat. I don't know where they res me from, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it all reset. Okay. It's all resetting. Perfect. Alright. Ah. Is Ian trolling everyone? Bolvar has a lot of time in his plan. Bolvar's plotting something. Yeah, and I've heard that the DK class order hall has a lot of Lich King stuff in it, right? So the new cinematics, the DK order hall thing, the old gods coming back, and with Il'gynoth and with the Shadow Priest weapon, they haven't said like this one old god's coming back. They haven't said like there hasn't been whispers of like Cthulhu or only N'Zoth. Like they've said that the old gods are coming back. It's not one or the other. So if all 3 of them come back, we're gonna need more help other than just Alliance and Horde. We've also gotten allied races recently, so we're bolstering our numbers up, right? We're getting our numbers up. We don't have rookie numbers anymore. We're getting our numbers up. So with allied races, all 3 of these things coming back, and us using the Heart of Azeroth, like how cool would it be to have a raid mechanic? Because if you guys remember, if you guys did Yogg-Saron and ICC, there was madness, right? And if you eventually fell to the madness, they would MC you and take over you. What if there was a mechanic where you had to on-use your neck to get rid of some of the corruption, because it's filled with the blood of your planet of Azeroth, this pure blood of Azeroth. All right, we can get some reses over here. So what if that's the way that a boss mechanic is going to work as well? While we fight the old gods, we have the allied races. Hey, look, Blizzard fixed it. 40 minutes into testing. Exile Sylvanas, she teams up with the Lich King, and then we res Arthas to help us. I don't know if the Lich King wants a long-term team. Maybe for short-term survival, but a long... I was going to say, why is that guy pulling? But that guy is the other tank. Really? That's how far you can cast? Alright, let me see. Let me taunt. Oh, perfect. Bolvar's got a lot of time on his hands. Yes, he does. Tuskar master race to save the universe? Yes. This is when Tuskars become an allied race. That's a really big pull. That is a really big pull. As long as we don't get that big person in the back, we'll be okay. I hope we don't. Alright, I need to survive. I need to survive. Ring of Peace. Ring of Peace till I survive. Purify? I don't know if I'm going to survive. I don't know. This is, this might be a little overtuned as well, especially for just being trash. It might be a little overtuned. There's also a lot of these pools of blood on the ground, which don't seem to put a debuff on me. If I stand on them or anything, I don't see any debuff. You don't get it? Sylvanas is way worse than Garrosh ever was. Think about it. She literally raises dead corpses in her brainwash. Yeah, so meme. Why would Vol'jin say a lot of people aren't going to understand why you need to be Lich King? I mean, why you need to be War Chief, but you need to be War Chief. Sylvanas needs to be War Chief. This is the only way to do it. What does she have that's so special in comparison to Saurfang or to Bane or to Karn? I mean, Karn, right? So what is so special about her? The only thing that I can think of that makes her very special is the fact that she is a Forsaken. What do Forsaken have over everyone else is the fact that they can't be influenced by the old gods. Like, for all we know, Anduin is being manipulated. They already said that the Boy King or whatever lies 3 times or something like that. We don't know which lies they're talking about yet. We don't know if these lies have been said. There's also the King of Diamonds is my pawn. There's a lot of old god things happening, and Sylvanas is the one person who literally fell and died on Serenite and had no old god influence on her. So that's her strength, the inability to be influenced outside. Now her inside, her actual conscious, pretty evil. We can all agree. She's not morally gray. She's pretty morally black, right? So the only benefit that she provides is the fact that she can't be influenced by old gods. I'm not pissed with Sylvanas. You could burn that tree 2 times. Look, when are we going to Hydrall? There's still one more tree, guys. There's another bonfire to be had. We need to pull these one at a time. So that one's padding back perfect. Let's see how hard this person hits. So this is the one that was like nuking me before, but it could have been the damage buff in combination with all of the other damage. Oh, the other guy's taking it. Okay. I'm not gonna have this turn into a competition of who can hit taunt more times than the other person. So we'll just let him keep it. That's fine. You don't see Sylvanas going anywhere? Yeah, that's why in order for Sylvanas to leave, there needs to be like a really, really hard circumstance out there, such as Bolvar dying and the Scourge needing a new leader, right? That would be one thing where she'd be like, these are still my people. Who's going to lead these people? I have Nathanos leading Undercity, or Undercity Falls, but I have Nathanos leading the Forsaken and the Horde. I can trust Nathanos. But what about the Scourge? Who's going to lead those people? Who's going to lead my people in the form of the Scourge? No one wants to take up that throne now. Alright. That's just my tinfoil hat theory. Probably very far-fetched. It'd also be really cool to fight alongside the Lich King for once and then have Sylvanas turn into the Lich Queen. I think, just imagine, okay, Sylvanas is already a badass character, right? She just can't die. Like, there's no getting rid of Sylvanas. She always comes back. She's just very aggressive all the time. If she turned into the Lich King, how crazy would that be? She originally was turned by the Lich King and turned into this person she is. But now, out of necessity, she needs to turn into that. Like, that would be really interesting to see. I'm telling you guys. So right now we're in 8.0, right? The patch. 8.0 is BfA pre-patch. 8.5 is arguably going to be when Uldir drops, this raid that we're raid testing in right now. 8.1, old gods come out. 8.1, or 8.1 can be a different raid, but we start seeing more old god things, right? We go over to AQ, to Silithis, and we start seeing, you know, the goblins that we sent, and they're mining out there. The goblins start turning weird. They start having some tentacles here and there. You know, what if we slowly start seeing this, and then it can even be an 8.2. All 3 old gods bust out, and then it's like, oh shit, we got to do this, don't we? More marshmallows by going over to Mount Hyjal. Sylvanas equal to Lich King confirmed. Yeah, guys, write it down. Write it down. If this comes true, that's it. I'm gonna turn into the new lore master. Pretty sure gnomes are the master race. No. No. Gnomes. No. Gnomes are the only race in Azeroth that have contracted leprosy. Okay, they can't be the master race. They can't. Their gene pool is somehow tainted, and they can fall victims to leprosy. They're the only ones. Everyone else goes and hangs out with them. Nobody else has it. No, they can't be. Coming back to the game and you start Blood DK 77, any advice for leveling and other stuff? My advice for you while leveling at that level is to just do questing. Just do questing. If you want to practice your ability to tank, then what you can do is do bigger and bigger pulls. So while you're questing, if you find an area that has a lot of melee people, what you can do is first start by pulling 2 of them, and then pull 3, pull 4, see how far you can go. Dungeons are just going to be rushed, right? While dungeons are a really good test, if you had a group with you kind of running through dungeons and being patient, but right now you're not going to find anyone being patient. Everyone's going to try to be power leveling and finish leveling right before BfA comes out, so it's going to be very difficult for you to actually do dungeons. So if you want to practice your tanking, do bigger and bigger melee pulls and try to survive. Make sure you're prioritizing your Death Strike, keep your Blood Plague up at all times, keep Bone Shield up. So it's a lot of like really small things that you need to start tracking, and your best bet is to do it by yourself and to just practice. Now, don't focus too much on it because you can learn to tank at endgame, but right now you have some time, right? You have 10 days till the new expansion comes out. Take your time. In 10 days you can absolutely hit max level, so just do those big pulls. Don't worry too much about dungeons right now. If you go in there, you're probably going to get more disillusioned and disheartened because everyone's going to be rushing. Everyone's going to be like, I need to get this done, I need to finish leveling. So don't bother with that right now. So I think we need to split up. Where's the other tank? Oh, the other tank's over here. Okay, so I'm going to take the Crusher. Archimond just have brought some random catapults to bring down the tree of Mount Hyjal. He should have brought some catapults. Cannibalize, the reason she wears the mantle of the war chief. That's the only reason she was made war chief. I'll take Hexer. Okay, so this guy's going to take the Hexer. I'll take Zul. I think the Crusher needs to be tanked away. Other tank, get rest of it. Oh, cool. I'll get Zul and Crusher. You're gonna miss Undercity? Yeah. I'm not gonna miss those elevators. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even as a Forsaken, as a main Forsaken, I'm not gonna miss those elevators. Oh, we've got one AFK person too. Sylvanas will show them the way. Alright, so I want to maintain really good uptime on my ISB. I also want to be doing some pretty good and decent purifies. Perfect. So we took care of that ad pretty quickly. Last time we were in here, we were all just instantly dying, right? So it's a good thing that now I guess the tuning really is... Oh, that's my own pool of Azerite. That's my Azerite trait. Alright, so these people have debuffs. You see that? They're gonna get these giant explosions on them. Now, what hit all of us? Like, something hit all of us. Right now, I don't need to do ISB. Arguably. Pool of Darkness. So those pools spawn ads. Okay, good to know. So yeah, I don't need ISB while tanking Zul at the moment because he does need to go to his other phase. Right now, he's just casting. Since I did pick up these ads, I am popping ISB again. Here's the Blood Hexer again. Does that mean we have... Oh, we have 2 Blood Okay, where's this pool of darkness? Uh-oh, here's a crusher. So that person's got the debuff. They ran out. There's a lot of lag happening here. So there's my heavy stagger. Let me go ahead and purify that. Let's combo into that keg smash. I'm gonna need to purify. Let me pop my fortifying brew here too. It's getting real bad here. Oh, we've got one dead healer and a ton of dead DPS. Is that debuff on me? This needs to be soaked, right? Like Armageddon. Oh no, I don't know if I want to try to soak all that. Absorbed in darkness. Standing within a pool inflicts damage. Oh, but then it pulses and burns everybody. So we need people to stand in it so it doesn't pulse and blow up. Alright. Zol's also not taking any damage, right? I don't believe he took any damage. So I think it's useless to hit him. We're also going to have a different raid boss in 4 minutes. You want the last raid of the expansion to be the Black Kingdom. What's the Black Kingdom? Or a revamped AQ40 like dungeon? Thank you, Veen. I appreciate it. Veen, I hope you have a good time leveling. Right now, we're in the part of the expansion where you should just be enjoying the ride. There's no point in you hurrying up to max level to try to do like the endgame raid or anything. There's one mount you're gonna miss out on, but arguably it would be a lot more stressful for you to learn everything and to try to get that mount than just taking your time and enjoying everything. Let me try to get this res. Am I gonna put out Guardian Druid Weak Auras video as well? Lawless one? Yes, that one is coming. I'm about halfway to 3/4 of the way with being done with those weak auras. So next week for sure. Probably Tuesday, Lawless one. Probably Tuesday. Monday is probably going to be Vengeance Demon Hunter builds for 5-man and 10-man raid progression, progress, like all of these things. Like that's probably going to be Monday's video. Wait, where are we? This dude was like, we're pulling now, but we just lost a healer and we were trying to replace him. Alright, so there's the frontal cleave. Let me go ahead and cleanse that. So I'm assuming it's a good idea to cleanse, to purify rather, right after that. So here's the pool of darkness, right? Somebody's already standing in it. Perfect. So that person needs to be healed up. This person needs to go away. What does their debuff say? Triggers a dark revelation upon expiration. The texture can probably be improved a little bit, but honestly just run out. Okay, what I'm going to be waiting for at this point. Oh, I believe if this thing reaches him, that's when we get more ads. I could be wrong. But I think I remember something about the animated Ichors aren't supposed to reach Zul. This is one of those raid bosses that I haven't gotten to test too well because he was very glitched. He would just kind of like one-shot people earlier. Let me interrupt and drag you. Interrupt, taunt, drag. Yeah, there's something with that animated Ichor if he reaches Zul. Something or other. Oh, that was people having their debuff pop on the raid. That was 2 of them too. At least we ported in, yeah. At least now we can actually port in. You're using my Blood DK ones and they're amazing. Thank you, Lawless one. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm working on the Druid ones right now. I did some of it. I did about, I don't know, about half 3/4 of it. Actually, I can probably show you. So those are the Brewmaster ones. Guardian Druid. So this is it right now, right? So Guardian Druid tracking these uptime, tracking charges. So I copy paste from my weak auras to have a very similar template. So like this is still Guardian. I mean, this is still Brewmaster. This is still Brewmaster. You can see some Brewmaster talents here. So I need to change like these icons here. This one. Yeah, this is probably going to track Thrash as well. The Thrash dot. Hibernate, CC. So yeah, I've got some things here. I believe one of these is like Survival Instincts, Bark Skin, Incarn, Uptime. So yeah, almost there, my friend. Almost there. Alright, so what I did now is I actually popped leg sweep as soon as that went out for those crags next to me. Okay, let me drag this person out a little bit. There's a cleave, right? So let me purify right after that. And that purify is just going to help me mitigate that damage a little bit better. Alright, so Pool of Darkness. I can stand in this right now. I'm not active tanking. There's the Hexers and stuff. What I can also do, actually, help out my healers. Pop a little bit of self-heals. How long does this last? Because oh, there it is. I was gonna say I need to pick up ads, but no, we're good. Okay, so another Pool of Darkness. I'm not gonna run into this one, and that's on purpose because the new ads are coming. So hopefully someone runs into that. There it is. Kitty ran into that. Where are these new ads? There's one of them. That one. Oh, here it is. Let's pick up this one. So what I'll do is I'll interrupt and taunt so that she fast charges me. Alright. That's as far as we're going to get her this time. That's fine. Now, as soon as the Crusher comes up, I also want to pick that up. Here it is. Alright, so what I want to do now is make sure I purify right after the cleave. Here's a cleave going out. There it is. I purified. Something else I can do if I really wanted to is oh no. Okay, I'm gonna get a big purify here. Here's the bloody cleave going out. Let's purify that as soon as it lands. Let's do this. Keep ISB up. I also did an expel harm right now to kind of keep that going. And purify. Okay. We're getting real heavy here with the heavy staggers. Oh, a lot of people are dead. That has a lot to do with it. Yeah, we're just gonna go down here. Stagger was ticking for 23k a second. My damage taken 15k. I mean, it's pretty high. I was holding the big physical damage mob, and the other one kind of does random cast. So yeah, my damage is to be higher than the other tanks. To be expected. Still probably a little high. Let me try this. Let's try going high tolerance instead of blackout combo and see what that does for me. Besides that, I'm gonna put all my faith into this. Let's go Black Ox Brew. And then let me put Black Ox Brew on my bars. The other guy asked me to swap jobs right now. So he wants to be on the Hexers only. I mean, he wants to be on the Crusher. I take the Hexers. That's fine with me. That's actually going to be easier for me. Okay. Yeah, he wants me to take the Hexers. I am fine with that. Less damage. Your main will be a Mistweaver Monk. Have I tried it in beta, or do you only tank? I mainly tank. I've also, like in Legion, I also did Boomkin, Holy Paladin, and then Mage at the end. So I mainly tank. My focus is tanking. That's what I feel like I'm better at. Like what I bring to a raid group and what I provide way better as a tank. That being said, I have done healing before. I was a main healer way back when in the Burning Crusade, so I can still do it. I got KSM on my Holy Paladin, the highest key I ever healed. A terrible healer. It's just not my main focus. How goes the testing? Yeah, it was pretty bad in the first. It took about 40 minutes for them to fix it because we were porting in right here, like right where this dead body is. That's where we're porting in, and this was in between 2 or 3 packs right here, so we would get instantly a ton of trash on us, and we would just keep wiping. Have I ran any Mythic Plus with the Resto Shaman? Yes, I have pugged with the Resto Shaman. Not one that I know, but like pugging, I've seen Resto Shamans that I've ran with. Girlfriend main Resto Shaman, but she's afraid that they're weak in BfA. No, they have a lot of utility. So what they don't have in like main healing, because they have they have Riptide and they have like they kind of have an interesting kit, right? A little bit of hot, a little bit of actual like big burst healing. So what they don't have in that main big healing, they make up for in utility. They have their totems. They recently got back Tremor Totem as well. So they have they have a lot of utility in terms of like totems and buffs that they give you and they provide. So your girlfriend should not be afraid to go Resto Shaman. Now Resto Shaman is probably not going to be pushing MDI numbers. That's something I want to make clear, because MDI numbers are all about speed, right? And Shamans need to stop and cast their chain heal. They need to stand still a decent amount of time. So yeah, they're not going to be pushing those MDI numbers in terms of speed, but in terms of everything else, you'll be fine with them. So again, this is not my priority to pick up. I have to pick up these guys right here. So let me taunt this. Now I can get my ISB up. That might have been a mistake. These Hexers are now buffed for some reason. Heals all nearby allies if brought within 20 yards of another Hexer. Oh, we can't do both Hexers at the same time. Okay. Alright. So that's also good to know. Again, haven't done too much raid testing when it came to this boss in the past. It looks like I'm out of range of 2 healers. That's not good. So I used my Black Ox Brew there as well. Things are getting real heavy for the staggers. Oh no, another Hexer spawned here. Okay, so I need to find a way to drag them out. So if they spawn at this point, I need to drag them up by the stairs. I mean, at this point, I don't think we're raid testing that guy anymore. Yeah, we are. She sends her thanks for taking your time to give your input. Yeah, no problem, Jimmy. She's going to be providing a lot of utility and providing good heals. You might need to take a small break for her, like in terms of drinking when you start pushing high level keys, but she's more than capable of helping push those keys. I think it's going to be hard to beat the formula for like MDI top notch. It's going to be hard to beat the formula of either DK or Demon Hunter tanks, and then for healer either Holy Paladin or Resto, and that's because Holy Paladin has extremely good single target heals. So if your Holy Paladin healer is amazing at playing Holy Pally, they can also make up for the AoE heals as a result of like their skill. And then you have the skill set on Druids being extremely good constant hots and AoE heals. So it's kind of hard to beat those in terms of toolkit because they also do really well with mana. But Shaman is still really good, and arguably brings more utility now that they brought back a lot of stuff, especially stuff like Tremor Totem. You have a boss like in Uldir, you have a boss like Rezan. A boss like Rezan that does the AoE fear. If you bring on this guy, if you bring a shaman with the Tremor Totem, you can keep DPSing through one of the fears. So arguably you can start, like, you know, getting a little bit of increased performance by bringing other types of tanks. I mean other types of healers, sorry. I meant to say healers. They seem to be structuring a lot of these dungeons to have a special thing if you bring a certain race or if you bring a certain class. So if we also look at like Underrot, in Underrot there are 2 or 3 pulls, I think 2, which the pulls, like all 4 or 5 of the mobs in the pull, they gain a really big bubble, So in order for you to get rid of that in a high level Mythic Plus that we talk about with like Fortified, super high level key, maybe Bolstered or something like that, in order for you to DPS them down and to get rid of that, bring a Blood Elf. Their Arcane Torrent is going to instantly get rid of that. Arguably, you can also bring a Priest with Mass Dispel. It doesn't matter if it's a Shadow Priest, Disc Priest, Holy Priest, Mass Dispel it. So they're doing a lot of things that seem to go to certain classes and certain races. And then like the Uldir one, like I mentioned, Rezan for a Shaman because of that fear with the Tremor Totem, or bringing in a warrior tank who can Berserker Rage, and bringing in an undead warrior tank who can Berserker Rage and then follow it up with the Will of the Forsaken. Like, there's a lot of little things. They probably won't make a difference for stuff like the MDI, but in everyday runs, there are little bits of performance you can kind of eke out here and there. Good evening, Sargarik. How you doing? Alright, doing the pull, doing the thing. Alright, we actually took a cleave there just because we were standing in that area. Let me go over here. Let me do this pool. The reason why is because right now we're not going to have anything crazy to active tank. We're going to get like a bunch of little ads. The off tank said that he wanted to do everything besides Hexers. So he's going to be taking care of these ads. Those little crags that spawn, he should be taking care of them. Alright. We're good. We didn't even get those crags that spawned. There they are forming. You see them forming? So he did run over there. Let me run into these. These, I believe, fear me. There it is. Alright. We've got a Hexer back up. We've got 2 Hexers back up. We have a tank on the other one here. I'm going to go ahead and taunt this one. Alright, so the other person did taunt that. There is a Hexer right here, so I don't want to run in there yet, right? I definitely don't want to run in there with this Hexer that's on me right now. Please don't hit me. That pops for like 50k. I didn't want to take that. Sargarik, I'll get to that right now. Sorry. Alright, so the other Hexer went down. That's why they taunted this one back in. Or they gripped it back in, rather. So here we go. We've got the Crusher is still going to be a problem, because the Crusher is buffing everything else. Now we should be able to survive. Here's a Bloody Cleave. Let me just go ahead and instantly purify that. And oh no. Oh no. It's a lot of damage going out on us. A lot of people are down. Our other tank is down. So another healer went down. Here we have this. We have a ton of ads. This is a wipe. Everything's blowing up. You watched my tanking basic videos and you thank you for doing them, and having watched them narrowed your tank choices to either play Bear or Pally, eliminated Demon Hunters. You want your easier way into your playstyle. Nice. Yeah, Bear and Pally are for sure the more straightforward ones. When you think of tanking, you definitely want to be tanky going into a pull, right? Bear form has that in spades. They're already just tanky running in. You also want more straightforward cooldowns and a more straightforward tanking rotation. Something like Stagger is not as easy to grasp, right? You basically give yourself a really big dot that you start deleting half of periodically. That's not a straightforward tanking. And then Prop Paladin also has the straightforward tanking. You run in there, you have a shield, you have plate armor, you have good passive mitigation, you have block to help you out as well. And then you also have a little bit of self-healing that helps out. Druid also has a little bit of self-healing, so if you do get chunked down, you can always bring yourself back up. They also have really straightforward, really good basic cooldowns, survival instincts, and guardian. You know, 40%, 50% mitigation. I think they're 40% now. So yeah, it's just a lot of like really straightforward. This reduces damage. You already kind of feel tanky. They have really good active mitigation. The new Prop Paladin has 3 charges, so arguably you get really decent uptime on that. Not perfect, but decent uptime. On a Druid, you can have 100% active mitigation uptime with just doing Iron Fur, as long as you don't maul, which you don't need to unless you're off tanking. Oh, some people are leaving. Oh no. Oh no. Kind of long-winded? No, it's all good, man. Yeah, just there's some tanks that are more straightforward, like the Demon Hunter tank. Demon Hunter and DK tanking aren't as straightforward because they receive spikier damage, but that's because healing is part of their rotation. It's part of what you do, and trying to learn the intricacies of when you take damage and when the best part to pop a big heal is not as straightforward as you might think. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible or it's extremely difficult, but if it's your first time tanking or your first time playing an MMO or anything, Druid or Paladins are definitely going to be your best, most straightforward bet. Doing the mass grip, probably not the best thing, because we do have the Crusher kind of buffing everything. The Crags as well are also going to just be completely destroying you, but hey, you know what, we can get it done. So now one person is dead. Let me stand in this pool. This guy's got it, the healer. Okay, that's fine. So what healers do I think will be good for high Mythic plush runs? I think the best healer for a Mythic plush run is going to be a Disc Priest. That's because they can push out good numbers and good healing. Right now they're also like really, really good healing, right? Like extremely good healing. But the ability to push out DPSers, or push out DPS to a decent amount, kind of like a tank, means that you're running with almost 4 DPSers, right? You can count the tank and the Disc Priest put together as 1 DPS. So it's not crazy to think that a Disc Priest is going to lower your run, the speed of your run, by that much of an amount. So yeah, I think Disc Priest is going to be the best by making sure you spend less time in that fight. Oh no, somebody gripped that Hexer. Why? I'm glad the Hexer's running back to me. That's a mistake. Alright, so I do have a lot of orbs right here to be able to get me through this. And I also have a really good amount of charges. Let me get... I don't need to purify that yet. I'm going to let my stagger get a little bit heavier. We do have all our tanks up. I mean, all our healers up. All our healers are also within range of me, so that's also really good. Alright. They taunted and then instantly lost threat? Okay, that's fine. We're going to get a bloody cleave soon. There's a bloody cleave going out. There it is, 80% damage. I don't want to run into... I would be running into that debuff right now to kind of help the group out, but I was sitting at about 40% with a very decent, moderate stagger on me, so I definitely wanted to avoid that. Okay, so now this Blood Hexer here, let's just go ahead and take her out. You see this right here? Here's nearby, brought in from another Hexer, so I want to keep her away. I'm not quite sure what does those spheres yet. I think it's the, oh god, the other tank died. Okay, we're dead now. This is a wipe. Explosions went out. Everybody's dying. That's why you opted not to play Demon Hunter. You've been a hunter since TBC? Yeah. I've always described the Demon Hunter as a tank's tank. So if you are very used to tanking and you really enjoy tanking, you're probably going to enjoy Demon Hunter. It's very high activity. You run in there. You're aggressive. It's very... I think it was made for tanks that are a little bit tired of all the other tanks. A little bit tired of the other tanking formula that's already been done by Blizzard. Let's res them. Next question should be, should you start doing Mythic Plus at level 0 or just work on positioning and active mitigation as heroics don't really matter? As soon as the expansion comes out, just run a lot of normals and a lot of heroics. You could start running Mythic Plus, but since you've never been a tank Sargaric, be prepared to get chewed out. Even in Legion, when Mythic Plus first came out and everyone was learning the system, everybody already has their idea, right? Everybody thinks you got to run this way and then that way and then skip these mobs and then go this way. Like, everybody's already got their method of running things. So it's gonna be it's one of those things where people are gonna get angry and chew you out because you're not pulling the way that they want you to pull, which at the end of the day can lead to a little bit of frustration. But as long as you communicate with them, I think running regular heroics and regular mythic zeros is probably going to be your best bet, so that you learn positioning. And something else you can do, go back to your hunter, run a mythic zero on your hunter, see how a different tank already does the pulls, what they skip, what order they go in, and then emulate that. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect. I'm not saying you're going to get the best run out of that, but that's a good starting point so that you can avoid that frustration. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing more frustrating than joining a Mythic Plus group, going 25 minutes into the timer, and then having them leave because they didn't approve of you not skipping that one mob, right? You pull this one mob, they thought it should be skipped, they get frustrated enough for them to leave, everybody wasted 25 minutes of their life. So you can also do that, kind of go in with the DPS, see how somebody else does it. In a normal and a heroic dungeon, nobody really cares, so you can kind of practice positioning on that. Alright, we're gonna do another pull. This, like, stacking them all up together, they all get that buff from the Crusher. Like, we do DPS them down fast, but it still adds a lot of damage taken to everyone. Alright, so let's do this for our group. Actually, the other tanks sit in it. It's fine. What tank will be the best for Mythic Plus and raids? Different tanks for different things. So for Mythic Plus, DKs. For raids, either Brewmaster monks or druids. DKs are going to be coming in second for raid progression. So if you want a tank that's going to do well in both of those things, then go with a DK. A DK is going to be the best at Mythic Plus and also really good at raids. Not the best at raids, but really good at raids. Alright, so I got this Hexer here. Actually, it looks like the other tank has got him. So what I'll do is I'll actually get this one and keep this one out here. Now I've got this pool of Azurite here that's going to be helping me. Oh, we can CC it? Oh, I want to keep this Crusher out. We've got... Nope. Immediate taunt off. I hope this person runs out. Cool. They needed someone to stand in their pool because they were running out, so I'm glad I caught them as they were trying to run out and do that transition. One other thing is I do have, okay, I was gonna say I'm staggering and I'm in the pool. I was active tanking, but it's a good thing. We're good now. We're good. So I definitely don't want to stand in that pool unless we need to. Okay, somebody else is in it. A demon hunter went to go stand in it. Since I don't know when the other tank died. Everybody's dying now. This is just pulsing on everyone. This boss fight is just all about managing those ads. So your tanks need to be on it, and then your raid group needs to know when to stand on the little debuffs, and that seems to really be it. You can probably cleave Zul most of the time, but this boss is going to be we are also doing it in heroic as well, and it sets us to 360 item level, and in heroic they drop wrong one. In heroic this guy drops 370, so arguably progression heroic here. Skip, go to Vectis. Wait, how do you go to Vectis? What? The Vectis portal's up. How is progression going? It's painful, my friend. It's painful. Come to Vectis. Oh, we're good. Nice. Oh, this is the one guy I've never done. Never pulled this guy. What does he do? Abilities. Oh, no, he does a disease that slowly starts going on everyone, right? How is Prop Paladin? Prop Paladin is good, man. Prop Paladin is good. If we talk about like Mythic Plus, I would say Prop Paladin is the average tank for all of the content. Prop Paladin has decent healing, decent cooldowns, decent utility, decent AM. You know, they're good at all sorts of content. They're just not the best at any sort of content. Why do we keep getting just infinite ads? Some of these people have diseases. Infest. Oh, I see the infest going out. Didn't go out on me, but we're probably gonna get some more ads right now. There it is. What do I think is a comfortable item level to start tanking this raid in BfA? So in normal mode, I think a comfortable level to start tanking is within 10 item levels of what it drops, right? So in normal mode, we get 355. You can start at 345. That being said, if you start at 345, you're not going to get a full clear week 1. Maybe if you've got a really good raid group, but starting at 345 for progression and maybe doing like 2 or 3 weeks of progression, that's not going to be a bad deal for you. Starting, you know, 10 item levels at that drop chance. Would this fight be easier with 3 tanks? Zul, maybe. Zul, maybe. He's got a lot of ads, and you might just have to keep them all separated. Oh, you're used to getting yelled at? Sorry, Greg. Yeah, so if you don't mind, then you can just jump into Mythic Zeros to get practice. Absolutely. 100%. There are many fights where the ads are a recurring problem. In Uldir, there's not that many. Mother doesn't have that many ads. You basically spawn the ads on Mother. Talik has some ads during the elevator phase and arguably some other ads that can't be tanked. So not something you can really do a whole lot of there. Fetid Devourer, I think he does have some ads, but it's not a big issue. He only spawns a few. Zekboss spawns ads. The majority of them can be avoided. by not standing in the clouds. The ones that can't be avoided also can't be tanked. They have no aggro. So, yeah, Vectis has ads. Zol has ads. Mythrax is another one that I haven't done raid testing on. And Gahoon was, oh man. When I tried to run into Gahoon, there is so much going on in that fight. There's a ton of ads. Only some of them can be tanked. I don't think you need 3 tanks though. But Gahoon just has, like, if you ever wanted a fight with every single mechanic all at the same time, that's what Gahoon is. Alright, so we just keep getting a lot of these ads that are spawning from this debuff. This infest. We're probably going to get like 2 or 3 more. Here's one of them. The good thing is when they infest someone, they don't get more HP. So the infestation one has the same HP as the other one. Alright, so we're going in blind on this one. Avoid taking Omega Vector from your allies, as lingering infection will increase damage taken from evolving affliction. So I want to stay away from everyone. They're going to be like getting their disease on everyone. So we have a few stacks of this. Ticks for 12 seconds. So we'll go up to like 4 stacks. And then... oh, this is spread a toxin that absorbs healing done. Oh, it's a lot of healing done this fight, right? Because I saw these... yeah, okay. So I want to avoid taking Omega Vector. Wait, where's Omega Vector? Oh, here it is. Takes root in a player, inflicting this on expiration, jumps to the closest player and applies a stack of lingering infection. Okay, so basically, everybody gets a dot. When that dot runs out, it jumps to someone. It's kind of like Lich King. Lich King had a disease, but that one could jump to his ads too, and that's what you wanted to do, was to make it jump to his ads and kill him. I forget what it was called, probably like Infect or something. But yeah, this is a disease that starts jumping between us, so it's a soft enrage. It's going to make healing go up. Holy long conference call. What's up, Brian? Alright, so I'm going to let this tank take about 3 or 4 stacks of the debuff. He has 1 right now. I want to see if it's a cast bar. Oh, somebody else is taunting. Why? Okay, yes, 2 stacks right now. This guy right here is taunting. Oh, he is a tank too. Okay, so now I'm gonna taunt off. I'm gonna start tanking right here. He should have been at about 4 stacks. I think that other guy did join as a tank. Alright. So, I definitely want to purify soon. There's my purification. I have 2 stacks of the debuff on me. Let me just keep taking a little bit more. Let me actually expel harm. Expel harm again. So I have 3 stacks of the debuff, and that really hurts. So I'm going to want to taunt off a little bit sooner off my other tank. I taunted off right now just because my debuff had been fallen off for a while, so I need to move my unit frames. Something else I need to do right now. Let's do a little bit of expel harm here. I have 2 stacks of the debuff, and that really hurts. So it's good to know that 2 stacks of this debuff is just gonna be one of those things that really hurts. So now the guy liquefied. Let's not stand in that. Oh, let's avoid that as best as we can. Oh, Armageddon soaks. Armageddon soaks. Right? Right? Is everybody soaking? No, I see 2 of them not being soaked. Okay, so if you don't soak, you spawn ads. Got it. Plague bomb. Oh, they blew up. Those guys blew up. Okay. Oh no. Oh, that's the boss. I was like, oh no, we spawned a giant ad. No, we're good. We're good. It's just the boss. Uh-oh. I'm gonna pop my big cooldown here. So definitely we had a lot of bouncing. You guys see this? We had a lot of bouncing of that debuff. I mean, probably overtuned as well. But here goes a little bit more contagion. How much does that tick for? 23k evolving affliction. It's not terrible. I have 180k HP, so this isn't terrible. Okay, so we need to be a little bit better at soaking, and then just at spreading. Overall, I think the spreading is going to be the big key here. What is the highest Mythic Plus you've done on beta with a warrior? And did you notice a large drop off in effectiveness? Non-MDI levels, just a normal person pushing hard. The highest Mythic Plus I've done on my warrior, I believe, was a +5 or a +6. I can't remember. Either one of those two. It was definitely not something super high. Like I haven't gotten as high as Infect. So +5 or +6, and at the time, I can't remember if the new blocking system was around. It was definitely an uphill struggle, but that's also because my gear isn't that amazing. So in the beta, Mythic 0 is 340. I believe my gear on my warrior is like 350. So running a +6 arguably should be dropping like 365. So I was definitely under geared, but yeah, it was doable. You just have to learn the fights. It's a lot more about learning the fights, learning when to use your cooldowns. It's not like a whole lot of one-shotting happening everywhere. I think the one-shots happen once you start pushing like maybe +15. I believe JD from Method just did the +16 on the beta, which is very, very high, and I'd imagine that's when you start getting into really dangerous one-shot territories. But in terms of like you pushing for your +10 every week, because the new thing is going to be a +10, you pushing for that +10 every week, it's not going to be too bad. I'm going to taunt off very soon here. There it is. I'm going to taunt off. I saw him take a bigger chunk, so I assume it was another stack of the debuff. Alright, I do want my stagger to get a little bit heavier. There we go. I was gonna say, before I purify, I want my stagger to get a little higher. So I do have 3 stacks of the debuff right now, but you guys also see I don't have the other debuff, which happens from DPSers, right? DPSers and healers who get their disease amplify the amount of damage you take by you taking one of these, I forget what it's called, the autoimmunosuppression or whatever it's called. So you definitely want to avoid that. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference. Yeah, I'm up to 5 stacks right now, and I feel okay. Now, I'm not, like, super comfortable taking this much damage, but it feels okay. I could use a taunt now. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. Please taunt off. This is way too many stacks. Inflicting every 2 seconds, I die. I have 200,000 HP. Every 2 seconds, I take my HP as damage. Here it is. I'm going to die right now. Vivify, Vivify, heal myself, heal myself. Oh, I no longer have the stacks of debuff on me. Okay, alright. Alright, good. So now I need to soak this up. Hopefully there are people everywhere. And from this, from where he is, spawn these lines of damage, right? So it's also very important to know. Let me come over here and soak some of this. There it is. I'm going to stand in here. Hopefully we don't get hit by this. I believe we just, yeah, I heard the audio cue that we took it. Alright, so there's a lot of raid-wide damage going out. You guys see that? All that raid-wide damage? Everybody's like at half HP. This boss fight is just going to be a healer fight. This is really a check for the healers. How much healing per second and how much AoE healing can every single one of your tanks do? Can they pull their weight, basically? That's what this fight is going to come down to. Alright, so once I get into a heavy stagger again, actually, I don't have the extra charge for it right now. There it is. Oh, I was about to expel harm. That debuff was ticking for 50k on me. You know, that debuff should never get up to more than 2 charges on me. So yeah, the biggest thing this fight is the spreading of this debuff. So you guys see this lingering infection? This guy took 7 stacks. You know, some of these people died with 2. The big thing is going to be managing that. It might be going out a little too fast though. I'm trying to see if there's no like cast timer for this, but it's going out really, really fast. And it ticks for 20,000 every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. So it ticks for 100,000 shadow damage the first time. The next time that's increased by 10%. So it ticks for almost everyone, like almost the full HP. Almost the full HP. So if we look here, this DPSer is going to be taking 100,000 damage from that debuff, right? So almost the full HP. And then we look at another one, 100. Everybody's at 127k. The second time they get the debuff, it's going to tick for 120. So the second time they take the debuff, it's going to tick for 100% of their HP. So once we start getting to 3, 4, 5, and 6 stacks, you need to get healed in order to not die. Something else that happens here is you do have this right here. Absorbs healing done to all players within 500 yards. So the more that this ad stays up, the more that people get a healing absorption on them. The other tank left, and he was leads. Okay, let's. This guy. Wait, where's the other tank? This guy is the other tank. Okay. Let's remove that guy. Okay, so I let them know that he also needs to taunt between the ads, or taunt between the 2 stacks. Do I have a weak aura for stagger available? Yes. Johnny Utah, if you, what's up SCL? If you look up on my channel, let me try to get this for you. Brewmaster. Johnny, there's the video for all my Brewmaster weak auras, my friend. If you click there, you can find them all. Alright, let's do a ready check. Alright. Is everybody ready? Not everybody's ready. I missed you guys. Yes, yeah, we missed you too, man. Been a while. Everybody's ready. Oh, I guess we pull like that. Come over here. We need a taunt. We need a tank over here. All right. So now we're tanking here. We're standing on top of everyone. I have 2 stacks of the debuff again. Hopefully, I get a taunt off happening sometime. There's 3 stacks of the debuff. No taunt yet. Four stacks of the debuff. And no taunt. I am gonna go down again to this. I typed in raid chat to taunt, but he no taunt. No taunt. Many whelps. No taunt. Oh man. 6 stacks of the debuff. At this point, I'm just yelling at the dude. Okay, yay, he taunted. I might go down to this amount. I might go down to this. I want to purify this as much as possible. I'm just tiger palming, trying to reduce my... Oh, there it is. Okay. So now this guy, this other tank, has no stacks of the debuff. Alright, we're going to wait for him to get a few stacks. 1 stack. Left side, handle it. He needs to, man. So you see 1 stack of the debuff here over on the top left, right on his frame. Nice. So now we go into this phase. See, there's the immunosuppression, which is going to go out on everyone, and that's going to make it so that we all get a healing debuff on us. So it's going to make it harder to get heals. Alright, so now we've got more of these things, right? Everybody standing in one? Alright, everybody standing in one. We're good, we're good. I did get hit by that, which puts in... Oh no, the lingering infection. That's what I got hit with. So I did take the debuff from some people right now. Alright, so let's go back to tanking this guy right over here. I'm infected with Omega Vector. That's not good. It's going to make this debuff hit really hard. So there's my 2 stacks of debuff. I did get a taunt off this time, so that's perfect. So let me taunt this big guy here. This big guy is not going to be doing the debuff to me. Perfect. Look at that, guys. We're like doing things. We're progressing. Oh no, I'm infected by this again. I'm going to get another stack of this debuff. So let me go in here to the melee group, drop it. This other guy has some stacks of the debuff, so let me go ahead and taunt off. I believe he's at 3. So I'll let him get to 3. A little too high, to be honest, but there it is. He was LOSing around this corner. That's kind of weird. I am getting destroyed because I have this debuff on me, right? Nature damage taken and increased by 32%. That's a lot of damage increase. Oh, the other tank died. The other tank had 8 stacks of this debuff that increases your nature damage taken. So no wonder he died. Let's do a little bit of expel harm here. We're going to go down to this. There it is. That other tank had 8 stacks of the lingering infection. I got up to 5, but the tanks shouldn't be taking that. There's a few people here who were barely going up on stacks. This guy has 3. This should be bouncing between the DPS, but how far did we get the boss? Oh, not very far. Not even half. This is the word taunt in Russian. I need to type it out to him. My keyboard doesn't have the Cyrillic letters. You're hosting a befuddled meetup today in San Diego? I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't even think I have any gas right now. Wait, you're at this meetup right now? Where's this meetup? Is that at a burger joint? What's going on? If it's a befuddled meetup, it's either a pizza joint or a burger joint, in that order. Pizza's always good. Alright, let's go in again. We're getting better at handling the ads that spawn and the debuffs that are thrown on the ground. So that's a good thing. Let me get some more DPS here. More bodies to spread around that plague. That's definitely going to be a good thing, right? So the more people we have to spread that debuff besides the tanks, it's always going to be a good thing. So numbers are going to be your friend here. Woodstock pizza. I've never had Woodstock pizza. However, yes. All the things. How has Brewmaster been in the raid testing? Matthew, so far so good, actually. There's been a lot of moments of really high damage, and that's when stagger pays off. Earlier, I was taking the tanking debuff in this boss, which should be 2 or 3 stacks. Arguably 2. I took about 8, and I survived only because of stagger. The debuff was ticking for like 80% of my HP every 2 seconds. Think about that. If I was on any other tank, 80% of my HP would be disappearing every 2 seconds. Because of stagger, I stayed alive. So Stagger's OP, man. Stagger's very OP. I definitely want another healer here. You were typing me as I said it? Yeah. Or you were typing that as I said it? Sorry, yeah. Woodstock has a carnitas pizza. What? I've never had anything like that. Never had that, but it sounds good. It sounds like something I need in my life. Is this guy staying dead? I hope not. We can boot him, but I want more bodies in here. We want more people to spread this disease. Everybody else is here, right? Everybody else is here. Unfortunately, Mr. Clickbait. Let's do a ready check. If he's the only one that isn't ready, then we will we'll kick him. Oh, there he is. He's back. All right. And it's a win it. You want pizza? Yeah, me too, man. I actually didn't have breakfast. My breakfast was this coffee here. Oh, it's not done yet. I've got more breakfast. Alright, so I'll let this guy pick up tanking first, giving his back to the boss. Yeah! Alright. So I thought he was definitely gonna like be more aggressive on the aggro front. Not that aggressive. So I have 2 stacks of the debuff on me right now. So let me go ahead and just taunt this guy. The other tank did taunt the boss, which is great. It's amazing. So I did a quick ISB into a Purify there because I did start getting to a heavy stagger and the boss was, the ad was almost down. So that's a good thing. Tank has 2 stacks. Let me go ahead and taunt off. There it is. There's the ad popping up right here. So hopefully the other tank takes that ad, which I believe he did. I'm at 2 stacks of the debuff now. So there it is. The other tank taunted off. Guys, we're good. We're in it to win it. I believe he saw your Russian word for tanking. I think he saw it and he was like, "Oh, got it. Understood. Now I know what to do." So this guy just put the immunosuppression on us, which is not good. That's always a bad thing. The tank has 2 stacks of debuff now. Let's go ahead and taunt off. Alright. Did pop my Black Ox Brew. Let me go ahead and taunt this guy as well. There's no interrupting this guy, by the way. I tried interrupting. I tried throwing out my stun. This guy's autoimmunosuppression or whatever, it cannot be interrupted. Okay, well there's a lot of people here. So I'll stay vigilant for the next group of this. Alright, let's go over here. Got it. Now, we gotta avoid these things coming at our faces right here. Dodge, dodge, quick dodges. Backflips. I'm a monk. My name's Cobra Kai Dojo. Swoop the leg. Alright, so the boss is gonna spawn over here. He can run all the way back to us. You don't know what to level for a Horde? That tank maybe had his back to the boss a little too much. Just maybe a little too much. I think back boss tanking on a warrior should be 0%. Let's do a little bit of expel healing here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I've got 3 stacks of debuff. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, so we got a B-res on the other tank. That's a good thing. I'm gonna die. Oh, everybody's dead. Everybody was dead. We did get the boss a little bit further now, actually. I believe 100,000 lower than before. This boss. Ally main will be a mage. Horde main, you're stumped. You need to watch. If you watch the new cinematic, you're gonna go with your warrior. STL, there's a new cinematic called, I keep saying Old Warrior. Old Soldier, that's what it's called. If you watch that new cinematic, you're gonna go with an Orc Warrior. 100%. So it depends. I highly suggest watching that STL. Whether you want to watch it now or later, I highly suggest watching that. Alright, so we are getting better at being able to deal with all this. The taunt-offs from the tanks are getting a little bit better. Dealing with the ad is getting better as well. Where is this fish food? So it's all getting a little bit better, a little bit more streamlined. But we somehow start failing once the ads keep spawning. I don't think we have a fast enough swap to the ads. So we start getting the auto immunosuppression debuff going out on everyone, and that's really hurting us. I'd much rather invite another healer right now. That's what I really want. I want a healer. I really want a healer. We can invite another 2, 4, 12. Yeah, I'd much rather get a healer. So we can get, okay, we'll get 1 DPS. I want another healer though. Yeah, so somebody said you might be able to AMS or cloak the debuff off so it stops spreading. But if you cloak or AMS, it might actually force the debuff to jump off of you and jump to someone else. So I think it's going to be faster. Oh, somebody said that you can't cloak it. Okay. I need a healer. If you immune, you reduce the damage. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Need a healer. Somebody else is inviting people. That's too many people. No. No. It's too many bodies. We need another healer. Or you can... Oh, you already saw that. We can all be Zappy Boy. That's true. You can be Zappy Boy as well. But you said Prada shit. Not anymore, STL. STL, it's been a while since you've been in here. Tanking or the blocking system got completely reworked. So blocking is very, very strong now. That being said, Warrior in particular, you have, you know, Prot Pally, Prot Warrior. Warrior in particular is still kind of messy, and that's only because of Ignore Pain. So Ignore Pain needs a little bit more attention, needs to either get off the global or something. Oh god, I just realized RNGs is coming through. IP needs to be like off the global or something. Something else needs to happen with IP, but the IP is the only thing that just makes Prot Warriors still feel kind of bad. So yeah, blocking got reworked, so Protection Warrior is now the best physical damage mitigator in the game because of shield block guaranteeing blocking, and then they have crit blocking, which is insane right now. That being said, they still perform slightly below average because part of their kit, part of their defensive kit is locked behind that global cooldown, and that feels kind of bad. There it is. Alright, we've got a decent amount of healers. 6 healers to get rid of the auto immunosuppression, and 13 DPS to deal with the ad. That should be plenty to deal with everything. I think somebody just left too. I saw somebody hurt. How's Monk feeling in raids? Oh, it's all good, Feld. Monk is feeling good, man. Monk feels very, very strong. That being said, like right now there's not the best communication in a random pug, you know, surprise surprise, but not the best communication, and still I can survive a lot of things. Like I should be taking 2 stacks of the tank debuff, maybe 3, and at one point I took 8 and I survived only because of stagger. I was taking 80% of my HP as damage every 2 seconds. Only reason I survived was because of stagger. So Monk is going to give you that leniency with stagger to do progression. Now, once you're in farm content, I believe stagger starts losing his effectiveness. But in progression, invaluable, man. Invaluable. It's crazy. If I was on a warrior taking 80% of my HP as damage every 2 seconds, I would have gone down. There's no way you survive that. You pop shield wall, you pop last stand, you try to survive, probably still go down. This guy is like organizing the groups. What's your stagger at 355 item level? This pushes me to 360. My average stagger in this fight, I would say, is like 70%, 80%. I start purifying when I get to about 110 or 120. I think average stagger damage I'm taking is can I see it here actually? Like 22k if I remember correctly. Doesn't show me. No, it just shows me the uptime. Oh, here it is. No, this should be damage taken. Yeah, I think it's like 20 something thousand taken per second. With the stagger, no, with the heavy stagger, but then that's when I purify. My damage taken per second here is 13.3k. So you see that. I'm taking a little bit more than this tank, but the tank died early. I ended up taking like 6 stacks of the debuff, so that might be skewing these numbers. Was the end there? So I'm taking about the same as other tanks, but just really slowly. Okay, so it's funny to see that tank when he like starts tanking, he just turns his back on the boss every time. Okay, so I should get a taunt off hopefully here. I'm at 2 stacks of the debuff. My average stagger right now is sitting at like 50%, 60%. So hopefully taunt off. Get into a heavy stagger here. I told him to taunt at this point. I typed it in raid chat. Still no taunt. Okay, ad is spawning. I taunted the ad. I saw him taunt the boss as well. I need to start purifying a little bit more. I wish I didn't have to use my Black Ox Brew this early, but I have to in order to survive at this point. Auto immunosuppression, nuke. Nice, nice. We got it down before. Here he is. He's at. He got the 3rd stack of the debuff. The other tank did. Alright, so I'm going to be tanking both of them right now. This should be okay. But stuff like this is something that I probably wouldn't be able to do on other tanks, right? Being able to tank the ad and the boss, I was tanking the ad with 2 stacks of the debuff. So something that normally should be taunted off right now, I was able to also handle the ad at the same time. So without communication, this is still really, really powerful tank. It's just not where I should be. Performing normally, this should just be a little bit easier. Auto immunosuppression. I don't have another ISB charge. Oh god, let's get there. Let's get there. Okay. So they all got there. Oh, we missed one. We missed one. Alright. So let me stand here. Hopefully we don't miss any other ones this time. We missed another one? We got another ad here. Auto immunosuppression going out once, going out twice right now. This is going to be the death of us right here. Let me start trying to run over here. Oh, and I have the boss on me. Oh, the other tank is dead. Okay, let's see how long we can last as a monk. Not very long. Ring of Peace? Nothing. This is a raid. Nope. Nope. Purify? No. I was about to purify, but it didn't matter. I was sitting at almost 200%. Hey, look, the other tank died in like 5 seconds. I survived that a decent amount. So that's the power of the monk, but, you know, being in here, not going to be too strong. Yeah, it's mostly a failure to, like, taunt off at the right moments, getting too many stacks. getting too many debuffs. Those ads shouldn't be spawning as well. But this boss fight isn't too terrible as long as you're managing the group. So the way that the groups are split up right now, people that get the debuff run over to the square and kind of like poop it out there. And then if you have the stacks of the debuff, if you already have the debuff, you go over to triangle. This is for fresh people who don't have the debuff, or for people who are about to like pop it out, right? This is people who have the debuff. So first you ensure everybody gets at least one stack of the debuff, and then you start swapping with who has the less amount of stacks. But right now we should be worrying about people who don't have the debuff, and then the tank should be swapping every 2 stacks and swapping the ad as well. Will I make a video of Azurite gear we need to target and why? Yes, STL. They still keep changing the Azurite traits, so I haven't done it yet. So they're changing, even like, I don't know if in the most recent build they necessarily changed it, but in the past like 2 or 3 builds, they still keep messing with the numbers, making certain talent points a little bit heavier in terms of what you want, what you don't want. The actual Azurite traits have changed probably about 6 times since I've been playing the alpha and the beta. Just changed completely what they are. So there's a lot of changes still happening, so I don't want to like set something in stone yet. "200% stagger, make it happen." I was almost there. I was at 190. Arguably one more auto attack from everything, because I did have 2 ads and the boss on me, so arguably one auto attack would have put me at that 200% mark. How well does stagger scale with agility? It scales well, but I don't think your stagger I don't think it has to do with your agility, does it? Because right now, okay, I go from 59% to 78 or to 83. It's scaling a lot more with me, but physical damage, oh, based on agility. So yeah, it's scaling pretty good. Like are outside of this, so I'm at 338 item level, right? I'm being scaled to 360. At 338 item level with ISB, I'm at 78% stagger. So once I go up 22 item levels, I go from 78 to 83. So I've increased 5%. So I don't know what the DRs are on stagger. I haven't done those calculations, but it's a pretty good increase actually. 22 item levels. So by the time I'm done with heroic Uldir, I will be probably mid to high 80% in stagger. Maybe the tank doesn't have DBM. No one has DBM. No one has DBM. Add-ons in the beta, they might be working now because pre-patch is live, but prior, it's not working. Every time the off-tank fails to taunt, you chug your drink. You want to die, STL? We pug here. This is an all-pug run. It sounds like you're in it for a death sentence, STL. You might be getting drunk? Yeah. You will be a god by the end of Uldir. I would say high 80s. But what that really means is that they're going to have to nerf it at the end of this raid, right? Because then at the end of the next raid, what am I going to stagger? 95%? And then by the end of the 3rd raid, arguably we're going to get 4 raids, right? It's average, it's like 4 raids per expansion. So at the end of the 4th raid, am I staggering just 100%? Just everything into stagger? So they're definitely going to have to nerf it either before or after it happens. So it is going to have to get scaled down. This is pretty high. 83% for the first raid. It's nice. It's really nice, and it puts monks in a really good place. But they have the potential to get really overpowered. Same goes with critical blocking on prot warriors. Right now it's twice as much block percent as a normal block. So critical blocking is not subject to diminishing returns. I think if they want critical blocking to scale well, they just need to double block value. I've been disconnected from Blizzard services. Oh, I'm good now. We all start in square. Only move if you gain a stack of infection. Yep. We had 4.5 raids for Legion. Yeah. Yeah, we had a nice little half raid. I enjoy the half raids, the filler raids. They're nice. Oof, we already started. Okay. So I'm going to let this tank take this boss first. 4 raids, Uldir, Ajara, N'Zoth, and Void. I think the old god one isn't just going to be N'Zoth. I was talking about this earlier. I think it's going to be all the old gods at once. What is the one thing that can make us all stop fighting each other? It's like all the old gods at once. All the old gods at once would be the go-to. Okay, so hopefully we get a taunt off here. Let's get a purify going. Here's the other ad. Let me taunt this ad. Alright, so we've got a really good thing going. We had a nice early taunt as well. Oh, I think I have aggro again. There it is. I don't have aggro anymore. So, we had a really nice taunt off rotation happening at first, which is really good in terms of my purify and me maintaining my charges, keeping everything where it should be. Alright, might have to use Black Ox Brew. I used it here. I want to start using those charges. Definitely still active tanking this. Let's start getting a purify here. There's the taunt off, so I don't have to worry too much right now. I'll taunt this and then immediately pop my ISB. Stay alive. Alright, so now we're gonna have to do the soaking. Where's the soaking happening? There it is. I see it going out here. So arguably this is gonna be where most people can congregate, since we have 3 soaks happening here to do DPS to this ad. So perfect. Did we have a missed ad? No, we didn't. Very nice. Alright, so somebody's there. Somebody's soaking. We're good. We're good. No missed soaks. Oh, no, okay. It just almost looked like it. Alright, back to tanking. Is he on me? No, not on me. On the other tank. Alright, so a bunch of Tiger Palms help reduce my Black Ox Brew, help reduce all these lovely things. I'm going to get away from the tank. I believe the tank has the disease debuff that you don't want to get as a tank. So I just want to space myself out a little bit just so that I'm not the nearest person. Okay, so I don't see the debuff on the tank anymore. So arguably not there anymore. So now I'm sitting at 2 stacks of this. Hopefully I get a taunt off. There's the taunt off. I'm going to get this ad right here. Let me throw on my ISB again. Throw up another ISB. We already have some people that have gone down. We did get a few of the auto immunosuppression casts to go off. Here it is. Another one just went off. So every time that goes off, we just get that much closer to a wipe, honestly. Let's... Oh, I've had the other tank died. I didn't see that the other tank died. So... staggers are about to get real heavy here. Let's expel harm. I don't have enough charges. My Black Ox Brew is on cooldown as well. So this is going to be the death of me here. Let's pop a fortifying. Let's purify this. This is no good. No good. I have 5 stacks of this debuff. My Black Ox Brew is on cooldown for another minute as well. Let's get a purify going. Look at this. I can survive all of this damage just because I'm a monk. Uh-oh. We need a lot of soaking over here. Maybe someone will get this other one. I think so. I think we got it. Here's another auto immunosuppression. Another step closer to death. Let's do a nice little expel harm here. Is everybody soaking? Nope. We got another ad. We got 2 ads. This is it. This is GG. Too many people dead. Too many ads up. And the tank. I mean, and the boss. No! I'm dying. Jaina will be a Death Knight in ICC. ICC 2.0. I can't wait. I was talking about earlier how I expect Sylvanas to become the new Lich King. That's my theory, guys. Or maybe it diminishes fast, so you only get like 86% in the last patch. Maybe. If it hits really, really fast DRs, that would be one way of doing it. Where does Jaina fit in? She's going to help fight N'Zoth for the Alliance in Turgard. Or she's going to be corrupted by N'Zoth and we have to fight Jaina. Either one, it's going to be Jaina, N'Zoth, fight. You want to kill a Warbringer? You want to fight Sylvanas? Every time the other tank dies, first chug 2 drinks. Oh no. STL, you're on a mission to end up passed out on the floor somewhere. So yeah, the big thing that's killing us right now, the ads going out is a big one. We shouldn't be having that many ads in the intermission. We shouldn't be having any ads during intermission. And the other thing is DPS snapping over from Vectis to the ad in the beginning. So let me taunt off. I'll do first tanking here. Alright, second stack of the debuff is going out right now. Let me taunt off the ad. Hopefully the boss got taunted off me. I believe so. I don't think the boss is hitting me anymore. Have faith. Have faith in your code tank. There's the auto immunosuppression. Those casts should not be going out. That's one thing that really is killing us. So I'm going to use my Expel Harm there just to help out with that auto immunosuppression that went out, right? Just want to try to minimize the impact of that healing debuff on me. Okay, so now Black Ox Brew, purify a little bit. Hopefully that ad got picked up by the other tank. A little bit more ISB here. The other tank did taunt off me. He has 1 stack of the debuff right now. Let me taunt this ad. And arguably I also need to taunt the boss, but my taunt is on cooldown for 2 seconds. So I'm going to spam it. There it is. I managed to get it before the other tank got the 3rd stack of the debuff. So auto immunosuppression going out. The cast did go off, unfortunately. But hopefully we can do something to fight that back. Okay, 2 stacks of debuff on me. Still got my ISB up. Taking decent amount of damage. Nothing too bad. Alright, let's get out of here. Since I do have my ISB up, let me just go ahead and active tank this. Got a lot of debuffs here. Let me go ahead and make sure we're soaking all of them. That one's not being so. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me heal a little bit. Get my Expel Harm going. Okay. Again, no ads. No ads. Let's go over here. Perfect. No ads. No ads. Alright. That got soaked. We're going to get the boss back. I now have the disease. No, I don't want that. Okay, so the other tank is on active tank right now. So I'm going to let him get the 2 stacks. And then taunt off. There's the 2 stacks. Let's taunt off. Get our ISB up. The other tank should be picking up the ad. There it is. Let's purify a little bit. Didn't necessarily need to purify that one off, but I had the stacks to do it. Alright, so the other tank is active tanking now. I still have 1 tick of this debuff going off on me. Let me Expel Harm, heal up a little bit. The other tank is still working on his stacks. There it is. Let's ISB, taunt off. Another ISB. Get our Keg Smash. We should be able to get some decent purifies going here. It's not too bad, as long as the other tank is on it. Here it is. Oh, the other tank is dead. Uh-oh. Other tank on it, no longer. Other tank dead. The other tank is a Forsaken right now. Let me start purifying. I have to pop my Black Ox Brew. Oof. What did I take there? Oh, there it is. The fact that I took that debuff that goes out to the group, that means that this just starts going pure nature damage, right? Starts getting multiplied. And stagger does not take any of that nature damage. So I can't stagger that off when we talk about this nature damage right here. This is the debuff that goes out on the group. So as far as this boss, hey, the boss is down to 50%, a little bit below actually. You worship Sylvanas? I'm not using light brewing right now. No, I wanted to try out Black Ox Brew. I know Black Ox Brew is better for raids. I really like light brewing for Mythic Plus because it helps me keep going with that extra brew charge constantly. It really does help me just keep it going. That being said, I know Black Ox Brew is a much better cooldown to have for raiding, so I wanted to try it. And like right now, early on in this pool, we had really good taunt-offs happening. That Black Ox Brew was putting in a lot of work. I really was, I really liked having the Black Ox Brew as opposed to just light brewing. But that being said, you just you need it to play out really well. Let's I'm hesitant to get away from Black Ox Brew at this point because this just adds 1. Reduces the cooldown. All right, let's try light brewing. Oh, Black Ox is on cooldown. Uh-oh. Gave them YouTube URL as your emergency contact info. I'm sorry, man. I don't think they're going to be able to contact me. They're going to come into the chat. Hey, we've got somebody over here saying he knows you. He was drinking every time a taunt. I don't know what's going on. If I mail you my laptop, will you set up my UI? I've done some UI videos, but I plan on doing another UI video for BfA. Rip Prot Warriors as progression? No. Prot Warrior can definitely progress on this. The shield block charges are going to get a little bit messy because you're either active tanking the boss or the ad, but you can still do it. You can still do it. You're just going to need to spam a little bit more IP while your shield block charges are down. So let's go back to light brewing and see how that goes. Alright. I'm going to let that tank kind of hold it first. He got here way before me. Second debuff should be going out soon on the tank. There it is. Let me go ahead and taunt off. Throw this out. I'm also running high tolerance to get my stagger going a little bit higher. This is pretty good physical damage to run high tolerance in as opposed to running combo. The big reason why I like combo in Mythic Plus is the ability to get your charges of brew back a little bit faster by comboing into keg smashes and stuff like that. That being said, you don't necessarily need to have the same kind of you don't have the same needs in this raid or in a raid than you do in a Mythic Plus. So with light brewing, actually, I'm also digging this. Hadn't really tested this out. Let's get a Purify going. Let's get an ISB going. I should be getting my second stack. Okay, my second stack is now, so I'm going to be taking this ad right here. There's the auto-immuno. It is going to go out, so that means that we do have a healing debuff on everyone right now that needs to be healed off. The other tank has 2 stacks. Let me taunt off. We should be good. We should be good. We're about to get to that transition phase. Liquefy. There it is. Let me taunt off an ISB for this ad specifically. We do get 1 auto-immunosuppression going out. So let's do a little bit of purifying. Let me go over here. Take this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, we need to go over here. We need this. We need this. Okay. I'm going to stand between both of them. Okay. There it is. Let's get more plague bombs. Let me go for that last one. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. We're good. We're good. No ads. No ads. Start dodging. So these things you need to dodge come from the boss. So you need to just kind of like keep an eye out where the boss is and dodge the things. Dodge the giant lines of blood coming at you. Alright, so there it is. We got the other ad going up right now as well. Let me go ahead and taunt it because the other tank should be taunting the boss off me. There it is. Perfect. Uh-oh, we got another auto-immunosuppression, and that one really hurts. Every single auto-immunosuppression that goes out is more deadly than the last because we have more debuffs out on the group, right? more people are getting that plague debuff slowly going on them. So every auto immunosuppression hurts a little bit more than the last one. So eventually, that's why we're wiping. Eventually, these auto immunosuppression casts are just going to kill us all. They're just going to one-shot everybody. I think I have the ad too, which is not cool, man. Not cool. Hopefully I get a taunt off soon. I have 3 stacks of the debuff now. Oof. And let's get a heal going. Alright. So I did get that healed off of me right now. Oh, everybody's dead. Okay. We just need to be... Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit more DPS swapping over faster to the auto immunosuppression ad. Because the more that gets out... I mean, look at this as well. Also, by the way, Brewmaster tanking. I'm just chilling. How many healers do we have up? 1? Shout out to that healer. Putting in work. Ring of Peace! You shall not pass! There's the auto immunosuppression going out. I'm going down. Not bad. Again, about a 50% on the boss. About. Not terrible. A little bit more deeps needed. Maybe a little bit better swapping. Not sure if it's the deeps numbers or the swapping, but that's what needs a little bit more work. That being said, this is also heroic. So random pug heroic when nobody really knows what's going on. Not bad for 50%. Am I still going to main 3 Sunders STL? Yes. What boss is this? No, this is not first. This is a 4th boss. 4th boss. First boss is in here, and he's on an elevator, and you fight him, and then halfway through the elevator goes down. You get elevator boss, and then you get to fight him in a different room as well. Alright. Yeah, this is the 4th boss. Arguably a little bit more difficult than probably a little overtuned, but actually, now that I think about it, probably not too overtuned. If you soak all of the ads and you get a really good tanking rotation going, it shouldn't be that much problem. Light brewing is too good. I do like it. I do like it. Black Ox gives you the ability though to recover a little bit differently, right? So light brewing is really good for a constant rotation, but having the Black Ox brew is kind of like having another defensive cooldown. Like let's say things get really bad, you can Black Ox brew into an ISB and like 2 purifies if you need to. If your stagger is that heavy, if you're sitting at like a little over like 200% stagger or something, which arguably you probably never should. So light brewing probably provides a little bit more in terms of constant, but it's still really nice to have that Black Ox brew combo. I mean Black Ox brew mitigation right off the bat. But yeah, in a more constant setting like right now, it's not bad. Like I sat there sitting on the 4th brew for a little bit. Like right now, I have 12% on my stagger. I can purify it because I was about to get my fourth stagger or my 4th charge. So at that point, I can even kind of purify low amounts of damage. See, right now I can purify that. I'll still have enough charges. This tank needs a taunt off. So just decreasing that. Uh-oh. There it is. There it is. There's a nice purify there of about 50% almost. I think we're sitting at like 40-something%. So let's go ahead and keg smash. Got another ISB up. We don't necessarily immediately need this. I'm going to taunt off this ad right here. I can pop another ISB charge right here and keep this ad on me. As far as these pools, let's go here. Everything is being tanked. That's going to hit me. Yep. Alright, since we have not much other damage going out right now. There it is. Everybody is soaking one of these things. We don't need to run in and soak one of these. What is going to happen is the boss is going to activate. He is on the other tank, so I'll let him keep it. I'll take the first ad. Oh, man. That's a big move. Oh, no. He's giving his back to the boss and running across. Do you guys see that? It's going to be a dead tank. Don't do that, guys. Don't give your back to a boss. As a tanking class. Actually, as any tanking. I was going to say as a shield. No, as any tanking class. Let me get a little bit of healing here via Expel Harm. That was pretty bad. In terms of damage taken, look at that. I'm below the damage taken now, but I think that has a lot to do with that back tanking that he did. When that happened, he got chunked down to like 10%. Alright, we're gonna purify. We can get our ISB up now. Since I did take that debuff, right? So I have this lingering infection. That's what's gonna be killing me now. That's gonna be the debuff that is applied to the healers and the DPS. It is now out on me. Uh-oh. Things are getting pretty bad here. I'm gonna try, expel harming and healing as much as I can, but probably not going to be helping out too much. The other tank is active tanking right now, but almost dead. There it is. Other tank is dead. So we're gonna go through this second intermission phase, but I can't say everyone's gonna survive, or we're gonna be able to do this. Probably not, actually. So let's go here. Let me tank this one. So you can see also something else. Even if you stand in two of them, it only takes effect like if you're standing in one of them. So standing inside of the two soaks doesn't help out in any additional way. Let's heal up a little bit. Oh, we did get one ad, which is not going to be good. Alright. So, everybody's dead except for like 3 people. This is not going to end well. Heal up a little bit. Purify a little bit. Oh, we get more ads. This is my death. This is where I die. That's some epic tanking. Wait, what? How are you toxic? What are you talking about, Zach? Haven't tried Bob and Weave. Your raid options will be Dampen Harm or Healing Elixirs. I'm running Bob and Weave right now. It's good. It's lowering. I mean, it lowers the amount of damage you're taking from your stagger per second. It makes it so that you can get heavier staggers a little bit easier because it's going to be going down a little bit faster. I think we have a new boss. Why is he yelling? Oh, somebody pulled the boss. Alright, yeah, I don't want to do that. Dampen Harm is really good, but it's on a really big cooldown. If Dampen Harm was a brew and you could reduce its cooldown by Tiger Palming and Keg Smashing, maybe Dampen Harm would be a little bit better, but a 2-minute cooldown, it seems really heavy. Healing Elixir is nice, but I feel like Healing Elixirs for when you don't trust your healer. Oh, they're all in there with this guy. I don't think I've even pulled this guy. Mythrax? I haven't done this guy. Can I get in there? Oh, I guess I can. Oh, hey, look, everybody's MC'd. I can't move. Why can't I move? You can't do that while charmed. Oh, I'm CC'd as well. Alright. I don't know what's going on with this boss. I've never done it. I don't think this is gonna reset very well. I think somebody has to kill this ad. What's up, Chaos? How you doing? You're quoting DSP. Are raids up? And yes, raids are up right now. This is the last boss right now. The last boss. Divine Intervention on all our mages. I want to die. How do I die in game? Is there a slash command? Slash yield. So the first 40 minutes of raid testing were bugged, by the way. This looks like it might be another bug. This is terrible. Oh, your rats were really popular in the market? That's cool, man. One shot this fool. Slash die. No. Please. I think it's because of these the pets. If you see this, we've got this pet right here is still aggressive to me, so I think, you know, pets don't really take too much damage. I'll jump down and die. I can't. All right, let's just drop it. Please teleport me out of this raid. I don't want to have to log out of this tune and just say rip to this. There it is. Thank you. Please teleport me. Take me out of here. Look, these guys were trying to jump off. They didn't get to. They didn't get to jump off right here. All right, let's just get out of here. Maybe there's another group that is going to start testing, because this might have happened to a lot of groups, so a lot of groups might be breaking up right now. Let's see. Find a group. Hey, you guys need a tank, not a healer. One shot this guy. Get him. I don't even know what these orbs do. I have not done this fight. We need to learn this. No, does no one need to tank? I can do Arms Warrior. I haven't done Arms Warrior in a while. I can do Boomkin as well. Oh, I teleported out and everything blew up. Was I holding everyone back? Was that me? It might have been me. I don't know why it would be, but it might have been me. That might have been my fault, guys. It was all my fault. This is the group I was in. Let's see if they accept me back in. Oh, hey, this texture used to be bugged too. If you came in here, this texture was really raised to the point where you could run underneath the world. It's good to know that they're slowly fixing everything. Let's also teleport back to the guy who teleports us into Uldir. Alright, let's jump out of here. Their servers, look at this. Their servers right now are on fire. If you guys got here in the very beginning for the first like 30 minutes, first of all, they had a server reset, and then after that, they were spawning everyone in the wrong point and trying to get to the dude who teleports you into Uldir. It was impossible. It was I think I went to like 5 frames a second trying to run to him. Let's see how he is now. I might have to switch to DPS here so that we can see the fight. Might have to do it as a Boomkin. Or an Arms Warrior. I was also creating some Arms weak auras yesterday, but mostly more focused on PvP rather than PvE. I was doing some PvP. Declined. Hey, this isn't completely laggy. Everybody was on here with their dino mounts. And spamming AoE abilities. Let me hop over to do you guys want to see Boomkin or Arms Warrior? So that we can see the boss. Let me hop over to a DPS. What DPS you guys want to see? I can also go mage. I don't think I have a mage leveled up, but I can do mage as well. Yeah, I don't think anyone needs a tank here. Let's just sign up to a bunch of them. I'm a tank. I'm a tank, guys. Do you guys need a tank? Do you guys need a tank? Any word on what DPS you guys would like to see? Because I can probably jump into some of these as DPS. Go Fire Mage. I haven't played a Fire Mage in a while, but I can absolutely do it, or I can absolutely try it. Frost Mage. And that's the one I played more recently. Arms split down the middle, guys. 1 vote for each one. Who wants to be the tiebreaker? Who wants to be the tiebreaker? Who needs a tank? Come on, guys. Someone need a tank? Mage? What kind of mage, Mohammed? You're being the tiebreaker here. What kind of mage? If you say arcane, we're still up in the air. If you say arcane, it still doesn't do much. Say arcane. Oh man. Let's just keep them guessing. Somebody else say Windwalker. Somebody else say Boomkin. Arcane. Oh, you guys are terrible. You guys are terrible. Although the testing just started on this boss here. Let's switch over to DPS. That boss looked like it had a decent amount of ads too. At least with charming people and then those orbs and stuff. Right before I log out, is there going to be a group? Like, hey, no, you! Tank! We need you! Robotron spec? I don't know what Robotron spec is. My only mage is Alliance? Sorry, guys. Let's do this properly. Oh, wait. I don't have a Heart of Azeroth on this mage. At least not the new one. Let's try this one. Let's try this one real quick. If not, I'll go over to Boomkin. Arms Warrior. Oh, somebody else said Arms Warrior. Shadow Priest. Arms it is. I'll switch over. I'll switch over to Arms Warrior if I don't have the heart here. Alliance. Yeah. I don't think I have the Heart of Azeroth. And if I don't, then I can't join a raid. You can't join dungeons. You can't join anything. I don't believe so. Nope. All right, let's go. Let's go arms. What kind of weapon do I have? Well, we get skilled anyway. Does your head in doing PvP in other direction can be entertaining? What? All right, let's go this. Let's start joining a few groups while I figure out my gear after that. I believe this is my DPS weapon here, a staff. So let's go here. No repair. Let's do deeps, 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 deeps. You guys need good deeps? I got you. Here it is. What's my spec? I don't even know what my spec is. Nothing. None of the things. Let's go sudden death. I like running sudden death. Let's go impending victory. Fervor is going to be good, and so is Rend. Raid bosses, let's go Rend. Let's also switch around a few things here. We can run Bounding Stride. We shouldn't need defensive stance. I really like Warbreaker instead of Colossus Smash. Let's go with Deadly Calm and arguably AM is going to be better. I can get higher uptime on Warbreakers. Let me also move my bars a little bit. Let's change this to this. Let's change Die by the Sword to whatever this is, and then this goes here. I think we're good. I think that covers everything except taunt. Yeah. I shouldn't need taunt in my bars. Nobody? Nobody? Anybody? Bueller? Where's the dummy? Let me go to the dummy right now. Dubstep dinosaur? I don't think I've ever seen this. Time for a morning coffee? For sure, man. This should be... I think that's all my key bindings. Oh. Let's do that. And swap that out for now. I think that's it. Charge, OP, Rend. I have, let's do that. Okay, okay. Rend just fell off. Let's do this. OP. Execute. Okay, in order to actually DPS in the raid, I'm gonna have to open up my mic because doing push to talk along with pressing execute, not gonna happen. All right, that's a raid test on me. That's like scaled down for some version. Takes a ton of damage. I don't think anyone needs deeps anymore, guys. $25 people, 20 people, 20 people, 19 people. They got big raid groups already. One second, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, let's get back to this. That was a world boss group. I was like, yes, I got in. No, world boss group. Am I joining the deep squad now? I'm trying to, man. I'm trying to. Doesn't seem like anyone wants to or has any room for deeps. This is the only person. They're sitting in a group by themselves. Raid testing has another like 40 minutes left in it. Your application to good DPS has been declined. Aha! We're good. Let's go. Let's jump in there. What? Oh, unable to zone in while an encounter is in progress. They have that same glitch again. It's the same group too. It's the same group I was in before, but all new people. All new people. Alright. We're going to do all the deeps here. All the deeps. We're going to top the DPS meters. Although I don't know what's going on with this boss fight. I have no idea. Wait, we have to... We don't have to jump down, do we? What? What? I'm just trying to see this fight. Trying to see what happens. Somebody wants a tome. Moon. Here you go. Oh, it's soulbound. Sorry. Whoops. All your deeps are belong to us. I just want to see the fight, man. Unlock. Let's do this. I just want to hit some things, kill some things, see the boss fights, see the mechanics. This is one of the boss fights I haven't seen or done. I thought this was the same group as before. That being said, the tanks are both different. The rogue that was raid leader before is not here anymore. So I don't know, could be different. I don't want to levitate. Get it off me. Okay, it's gonna be very different. I wish I could import some of the weak auras I've been working on for arms. I was working on them late last night. I wish I could import some of them. Now that being said, a lot of them are also PvP focused. Like I've got disarm, sharpened blade, SR, and oh, that'd be it. Yeah, I have all those guys. I haven't ran War Banner yet. It'd also be nice to run Double Time and Dreadnought if you know. Actually, not Dreadnought. It's a PvP talent, isn't it? Shadow of the Colossus. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it'd be nice for PvP. Oh, oh, hey. Oh no! I got instantly MC'd. Whoa! What? What? What was that? Okay, so if you stand in this, you instantly get MC'd. That being said, I was trying to pick up the orbs. The orbs didn't kill me. So I don't know. Crashing Oblivion got me for 14k, 42k Obliteration Blast. Fires a blast. Oh, there it was. That was the Obliteration Blast. That was a really fast wipe. It's a great place to work for, and you're very excited for this opportunity. Thanks, Jonas. Thanks, man. I'm glad you think so. You get the weekends off. You get to chill in Azeroth. Arguably, it's kind of like a staycation all the time. Okay. That's why we got Levitate before, and I was like, I don't need this stinking Levitate. Yes, I do. Hammer time. No, I got instantly nuked. Sorry, I'll take that Levitate now. I apologize, Mr. Priest, for taking that off. Is it really supposed to be this way? Where you need either a priest or a mage in order to do this safely? I feel like the elevator is missing here. I feel like there's a giant elevator here that's just completely missing. Or you need Noggin Fogger for slow fall. You're just going to need to chug 10 Noggin Foggers because when you need the slow fall, it's going to be everything but slow fall. It's going to be turning you into a skelly or turning you small 9 times back to back, and the 10th time you finally get the slow fall. Alright. Don't mention the elevator in the room. There's a lot of elevator bosses in this dungeon. There is a boss that has an elevator phase in this, not dungeon, this raid. An elevator phase, a complete phase, just like, no, this is you need to fight all these ads in this elevator while it's going down. Also, you can get knocked off this elevator. It's great. Isn't there an elevator boss for Uldir? Yeah. That's the one. That's the one. You have to fight the boss and add. Well, you don't fight the boss. He's just spawning ads. So you have to fight a bunch of ads. This is like a death sentence. Blizz must have noticed it and decided to add the actual elevator boss. They did. That's exactly what happened. They were like, oh, you guys want an elevator boss? They're making our memes come true, guys. They gave us Zappy Boy. They gave us elevator boss. Alright, so let's not stand in the things that make us die. Alright, got a good amount of rage going. Let's get some OP, some MSs. I don't want to run into these guys yet. Those guys are oof. Okay, let's see if these orbs hurt, right? No, they healed me. Or Obliteration Blast. Let's get away from that. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, I jumped right into it. Oh, okay. I instantly got it removed. Did you guys see that, by the way? I charged the boss, and it charged behind the boss. Now, it did save me from the Obliteration Blast, but it's definitely not working as intended. Yeah, there's the other Obliteration Blast. So let's go here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's follow it up. And now, just make use of that Colossus Smash debuff. Yeah, keeping our rend up. Keeping this damage up. Oh, why am I dying? I'm not quite sure. Can I pick up these orbs? Are they healing me? Oh no! Oh no! Maximum health reduced by 2%. Ah, and then I ran into this by looking at my debuffs. Oh, you need to get bumped out of it. Okay. So when you land inside these things, people need to bump you out of it. So Typhoon, Thundershock. What? How are you supposed to survive that? Wait. Are you supposed to survive that by jumping in, becoming friendly to Mythrax? Is that what we're doing here? I hope not. I hope I'm seeing this the wrong way. Move away from your allies when affected by imminent run. Or imminent ruin. Explodes, applying an annihilation to... Oh, man. Avoid having multiple players charmed at the same time. Why would we need to charm? When a player's free, they trigger a crashing oblivion. So that's what ended up killing me at the end there. So anytime someone runs in, as soon as they get bumped out, massive AoE damage going out. Okay. These boss fights, man, I'm telling you, they're getting heavier and heavier every time. Oh, we got a priest down here. Yeah, give me the slow fall. There you go. You can have your buff. Let me get my buff. Alright, so, man, this boss fight's interesting. Let me move that for now. How was my damage besides terrible? Actually, not too bad. 4.8. Max was a 7.2, but almost at 5k. Not terrible. That mage looks kind of good now, right? Yeah, sitting in range would be nice. I'm not crazy about like PvE melee DPS. Not crazy about it. I like it in PvP, but in PvE, if I'm gonna be doing deeps, I prefer ranged every time. But I don't have the Heart of Azeroth, so I don't think you can run in here with that Heart of Azeroth. Let's actually look at someone. Looking at random people. I think you need to do the Heart of Azeroth quest line. Everyone has it. I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, pretty sure you need it. Curious if anyone is logging. No, I don't think anyone's logging this. The first time they released raid testing, you could do it without the Heart of Azeroth, but once they made it part of like the intro quest line, every time you start a new character, you have to do the Heart of Azeroth before doing even regular dungeons. I think from that point on, like you just need it. Yeah, everyone has the Heart of Azeroth here. DPS rule number 1, pull for the tank. MD to yourself, pull, and then yell at the tank. But then when you die, your raid still has a chance of winning because they're only one person short. So if they win, you're like, shitty tank, but you can actually go get some dinner, come back, eat some food, watch everybody kill the boss for you. You tag the boss, you did some damage. Not your fault. Not your fault. The tank can't hold the aggro. Speaking of PvP, you had a ball in TM last night on your DK. Tank spec didn't die. Oh no. You were running in there, tank spec. You're the bane of everyone's existence, man. Yeah, I was watching Soda Poppin' yesterday, and he was doing a lot of PvP, and it made me want to PvP. Imminent ruin. Okay, let me get away from everyone. I've got 7 seconds left on it. 5, 4, 3. Let me jump out. 1. Let me blow up over here in a corner by myself. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't have charge because you lose charge from jumping into this hole as opposed to having an elevator. There's the Oblit Blast. Let me sidestep that. Make sure I don't get hit by it. Let's do this. Oh, it spawned right on top of me. How was I supposed to know that? Man. Making me waste my cooldowns. So yeah, these orbs, the annihilation, maximum health reduce. I'm not quite sure. Let's count the oh, so the amount of portals means the amount of annihilation going out? Let's see when the next one spawns, if that's the case. We have 5 portals up now. Don't think that's the case now. This hunter pet. Okay, so how do we avoid all this damage? Awakening. I want to survive. Oh, that didn't hit too bad if I'm far away. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Oh, and I spawn a little buddy here that starts mind playing. This is terrible. Annihilation just ticking nonstop. Oh, a bunch of people fell in and they're jumping in and out. That is a lot of damage going out. Okay, let's see this. When the player's freed, they're going to trigger crashing. We know what that is. This is a tank mechanic. It's not what I wanted. Essence Shatter. Existence Fragments. Here it is. Reduces the target's maximum HP, spawns an existence fragment. Oh, will consume a fragment and remove 2 stacks. Oh, okay. So these stacks are slowly removed by these orbs. 2 at a time. Will I be playing Monster Hunter World when it comes out on PC, Billy Bob? Unfortunately, no. I know Monster Hunter World comes out soon, right? Like the 8th or something? Less than a week, right? I have way too much stuff to do before BfA comes out to play Monster Hunter World, as much as I would love to. And it looks really, really fun. The 9th. Yeah, I need to finish the rest of the build guides for the rest of the tanks. That's 5 more build guides. I need to finish the weak aura setup for 2 more tanks, and then I need to do all of the dungeon guides as well. Not all of them. I have 1 done and the footage for another one done as well. So that's just a lot of stuff that needs to get done in 10 days. And also, I'm not going to stop the streams on Wednesdays and Fridays, so that taking up a little bit of that time as well. It's just, it's too much. Maybe once BfA, and then, no, not even maybe once BfA launches. Once BfA launches, I need to do Mythic Plus pulls and guides for the dungeons. And then early September, Uldir goes live. I'm going to be doing the raid boss guides. Because arguably that's when I can start seeing more of those phases. So raid boss guides early September. I honestly probably won't have too much time for anything other than WoW. You're playing Monster Hunter World right now? Nice, man. Yeah, it looks really fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. And what I really like about Monster Hunter World is the fact that it's an MMO and you can pair up with people, but you can also do things solo. Like if you're a really good hunter, you can run in there and do things by yourself, right? It's gonna take longer, but that's what makes it super cool. You don't necessarily need to tank a healer in 3 deeps. You can go solo, do any boss you want. You can pair up with any friends, doesn't matter what class, what spec, what, you know, anything they play. So that's what makes it really cool. And it has a good progression, but yeah, not at the moment. Like 2 weeks ago, or maybe 3 weeks ago or so, I started playing one of my, I would say what my favorite RPG, but I dropped it since. I haven't been able to keep up. I started playing it again. Sorry. I got my work cut out for me. Yeah, Billy Bob. I want to get all that done. I want to get a lot done before BfA comes out, so that day 1 of BfA, you guys have all my dungeon guides. Patrons have already gotten the one early that I have done. Next week, I want to get a lot more of them done. And then the week after that is launch week on Monday. So the Vengeance Demon Hunter build guides is coming soon. I was starting to edit it yesterday. Week auras. So next week I'll probably get the rest of the builds and week auras done, and then late for that weekend and like the Friday, just do the dungeon guides. All right, let's do this. Build up a little bit of rage here. Oh, Blit Blast going out. So I do have the debuff on me. I'm going to run it out when I get a little bit closer to that debuff actually landing. Let me go over here. That guy was blowing up over there. Alright. Oh, I got hit by the blast. That's not good. I also have 10 stacks. Let me see. This goes. It went down to 8. So that's good. That's working as it should. So since I'm still sitting at 8 stacks, let me try to pick up another orb as well. Here's another orb right here. Perfect. So if you only have 1 stack, don't pick up that orb, because that orb gets rid of 2 stacks. So you want to maximize the usage of those orbs. I don't want to pick this up. This one right here is just, you know, in a bad spot. Let me pick these up. Perfect. Alright, we'll probably get the transition phase very soon. Gonna get that phase that just did a ton of damage, and I don't know if maybe stepping into the MC is the right solution. I don't know if you still take damage by stepping in there. Alright, so let's see. He's gonna start casting. Let me step in here right before that goes off. I didn't take damage. What if, okay, so what if everyone needs to step into the awakening at that point, right? Everyone needs to step into that awakening. You keep 1 tank out, and then your 1 tank knocks everyone out of that after the explosion goes out. So everybody just kind of stacks up, runs into 1. Your 1 tank pops like shield wall, you know, pops something big, and then just does a knockback for everybody. Just does like a dragon's roar that goes out on everyone. Everyone survives. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to pop this. Everybody's kind of getting low here. We're probably going to die to this part, but that might be the solution. I mean, that was a lot of raid-wide damage, where if I stood somewhere specific, I could have avoided it. Also, there's a lot of ads, and we're all spread out all over the place. We should try to stack this up. How far do you have your snowball from your face? You can never seem to get a distance. Doesn't make shit too quiet or too loud. I have it about a foot. So I have a pop filter, right? You can, I don't know if you see, yeah, you can see the pop filter. So the pop filter to the snowball, this is about, I don't know, I'd say about 4 inches, 5 inches. For the pop filter to work properly, you want it some distance away. So I have that like 4 inches here, but I also separate a little bit. Like if you guys ever see me lean in, which I do sometimes, like, you know, just talking to you guys, I lean in, I get a little more quiet. Like I don't want to destroy your ears. For the pop filter to work a little bit better as well, you should have a little bit of distance between you and the pop filter and the pop filter and the microphone. So yeah, this is probably about a foot. Ready check? Why is everybody... Oh, I was like, is everybody down there already? I thought the boss pulled. Time to make Hayman while the sun is shining in the new X-Pack? Yeah. Gotta get it done. Yeah, no problem, Billy Bob. I also do have my microphone gain up on my system 100% just in case. I don't want to redline it at all, but it... With this new system, I don't seem like I'm redlining it at all. Also, your snowball, by the way, Billy Bob, behind it has different settings that are meant for different things. Some of these settings are more to pick up the whole room and to do like more podcasting stuff. Like you could put this in the middle of the table and pick up the whole everybody talking around the table. Make sure you're in the right setting. Let me look at what setting I have it on. I have it on setting 1. So setting 1 is not omnidirectional. Setting 1 is just taking in input from right in front of the microphone. I believe I believe the microphone that's behind it is used for like noise cancellation. So if you do have it setting if you do have it on setting 2 or 3, that's more of an omnidirectional, and that'll pick up like I don't know, somebody walking behind you, somebody doing something in the next room, your air conditioner, your fan running, whatever it is, it'll pick it up a little bit better. This way it's a little more focused on you. What about Warrior? What about Warrior still? What are we talking about? So I'm gonna jump into that void zone as soon as that big damage is gonna go out, and I think I'm going to avoid the damage and making an ad. So I think a large portion of your group should be jumping in, and then the person to knock them out should be maybe a tank and a healer, and then everybody knocks out. Uh-oh. Let's do this. All right. So there's my rent starting to fall off. Okay, so I don't have any necessity to pick up these orbs right now, right? I don't have any stacks of the debuff. Don't need to pick it up. That can go for someone else who actually has the debuff. Oh, I didn't even see that Essence Blast. I'm looking at my bars, guys, because I hardly play arms. Not gonna lie to you guys. Might as well be a filthy clicker right now. Okay. So I haven't gotten the debuff yet in terms of like running out of the group. So that's a good thing as well. Let's pop this guy, get more deeps going. Alright, so we should have that transition phase happening soon, and I want to test it out. Let me also reduce my debuffs here a little bit. I was sitting at like almost 10 stacks. Alright, I'm affected by this. There's nobody over here on the right. Okay. This is going to be a tough one because I do have this debuff on me. So let me blow up with this debuff. And then let me jump in right here. So I avoided all of that damage. Oh no, I did it. I'm at 16k. I think I took the damage. So that's not the proper solution. Annihilation. This is when the Moonfire knocked me off. Where's damage taken? Okay, damage taken. From Mythrax. Yeah, I'm still taking... What is it called? Crashing Oblivion, Oblivion Veil. Yeah, I think I still took that damage. One shot when the off tank won't tank Hexars. The drinking game is getting fun. Oh no. It's getting dangerous, man. Getting real dangerous. So even getting charmed by the Oblivion Sphere, I remained under the sphere's control. So since it's not Mythrax's control, it's probably why it still hits me. Yeah. So that's definitely not it. I'm trying to see what he does in the transition. Channels energy. Here it is. 2 Oblivion Spheres to form. Oblivion Veil. That's a transition. He doesn't take any of that damage. Alright, so nobody's jumping in there. Visions of Madness. Here it is. Clones up to 5 people. Oh no. I think we're gonna glitch out again. Oh no, don't knock me back into it. The Destroyers, they have a Void Volley. Yeah, it's nothing crazy here. I'm standing in between 2 orbs. Almost getting there. There's the MC. When the channel completes, he erupts, inflicting a bunch of damage to all players. Yeah, so it's gonna hit me regardless of charm or not. I would caution you, STL, to be careful with that drinking game, my friend. Let's see if I can see that better. Oh, it's way better. Okay. Summoning Go. This is probably going to be one of the last pulls, actually, for this boss. The raid testing got pushed back about an extra 20 or 30 minutes because of the initial failure. Because of the teleport glitch we were having. How about if we look at... Was this the last actual pull? Combat time 2 minutes? I don't think so. Where's the last mage we need here? Altar of Rot. Is he down there? Oh, he's outside. No, this person's outside. Altar of Rot is outside, right? Yeah, he's not even... He doesn't have this scaling aura. Alright, we should be good. As soon as that is accepted, we can go ahead and jump in. Doing all the things. There it is. Last person's in here. Let's go. We can get this guy down this time. I know we haven't even gotten below 50%. We can do it this time. Oh, somebody earlier was asking me about Mythic Pluses and how high I had gone. My item level is actually 345, and I think I did a +6. Although I can actually look. I'll look right after this. Okay, starting off with a nice full rage bar. Oh no, that spawned right on top of me. Bump me off, guys. I had just popped my deadly calm too. Oh, I got rooted in there? No. Hit me! There it is. Thank you. And another one spawned right next to us. Look at this. I do want to take some of these orbs though. I've got no deeps in on the boss. Cooldown was wasted. Deeps gone. I was MC'd. Alright, Bladestorm is coming back up, but I can probably make do without it because we're going to get ads very soon. Here's the tank debuff just went out. Alright, somebody with the debuff is over here as well. We gotta avoid that. Alright, here we go. So, we're gonna take this damage regardless. We should all try to stack up a little bit, right? So, when that awakening goes out, we're all gonna blow up. I'll take a bunch of damage. Let me actually pop this. And we also got a lot of stacks to the debuff. So now, we've got this. Let's pop our AoE damage here. Oh no, I thought that blast was just gonna go off once and stop. That was a laser beam there. It's also really hard to see where he's facing, being that everything is all the same color and texture. And he seems to shoot out multiple beams? Or was that just the way he's facing? Let's see. I believe he's facing this way. There's one beam. Oh, it's a beam right through him. That's... yeah, that beam is hard to see. Like, it's going right here, right on the camera. But then you also have these other ones that are spawning here and here behind him. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Transition done. That's a lot of ads up, too. Best camera view right here, guys. From the ground floor. When the Friday raids return, will we be able to raid cross server? Yes, it will be cross server. I believe they open up on September 4th, which is a Tuesday. So the first one would be the 7th. They got this, guys. I'm telling you guys. Go in, tag the boss, die, collect loot later. Oh, we got some MCs here. They've got the boss. I mean, it's really slow at this point, but not bad. Annihilation, maximum health reduced. Oh, this is where you need to pick up the orbs. Oh, our tank has his health reduced by 31%. Yeah, he was like at 240k before the pull started. This isn't as bad as the other one. You just need to avoid the mind control and recover a little bit. The bad phase is a transition phase. Watching the beams, watching the MC stuff. It'll probably be best to use as much of the area as possible, so in the beginning everyone can stack up in one area and start dropping the MCs, And then during the laser beam phase, you just completely avoid that area. You go to other areas, but I think it's all about just staying together, dropping everything as close as possible. Uh-oh, I think it said that the party leader is trying to reset the instance we're in. Are we still able to run in, get another pull? Yeah, alright, let's go. Go, more. More boss! We've got 5 healers still. So 2, 5, what, maybe 11 or something? 2, 5, 12. Or 2, 4. I thought we had 5. Oh, somebody just dropped. As I was counting, somebody dropped the group. Oh, man. That guy jumped out too early. Let me... Okay, I was going to split apart from everyone because then we're going to start getting the MCs and people getting knocked off into the boss fight. Scatty, if you hit auto run, I feel bad for you, my friend. We should be able to be okay with 2, 4, 11. We need to clean up. Yeah, somebody just... You need to clean things up. I was gonna say, where's the mage that we summoned in here last time? I don't know. Oh, yay, we got drums. Yes. If you pop drums, your global cooldown is reduced, so you can actually buff faster for the pull. New meta. Got this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going. Someone was asking about the mechanics and how they work, and they were like, just kill things and pull. Okay, so I've got my heroic leap off of cooldown, so I'm gonna need to run out of the group right around now. Let me run over here, get as far away as I can. I wonder what the yardage is on that, because it's more than the actual texture. The texture shows me out of range of everyone. Yeah, that spawned right on top of me. Gotta get knocked back out of this. Oh, somebody jumped in trying to knock me back. Here, I got you. Man. Ah, there it is. I don't want to put like any bleeds or any really hard hits on them. I want to definitely save that for the main boss here. All right. Oh, it spawned on me again. And I've been looking. There's no like pre-cast texture or something. It also doesn't help when Frost Mage snares you in here. Let me cleanse off a little bit. Here it is. Ian, are you watching? Is this you? Are you doing this to me? How am I supposed to do any damage? How am I supposed to like place on the damage meters? Let me cleanse off this debuff. Actually, I was gonna say I can't, but I was able to pick up one of them. That's too much. I got hit with it, with the blast, and then imminent ruins, which are when people jump in and out, or when people get popped out. That was what, 4 orbs back to back spawning on me. And then here's the blast again, right? So the blast is going this way. Oh, it doesn't spawn behind him. But it is very difficult to see what direction he's facing. Like, you can kind of see it with the claws. But if I was actively hitting things here and tanking, or DPSing, this doesn't help. This does not help. Like, I don't know if he's facing forward or backwards at that point. seems balanced. This is the part that really is gonna be messing with your head. But the other parts, I just got unlucky there. I think he spawns 3 or 4 orbs or something like that, and I got them every time. That was just very unlucky. In the previous times, it hasn't happened that way. So that one, yeah, that one was just RNG. RNG crushing me down, telling me to stay down. Somebody said that they had to run in and clear the mind flayers after we wipe, but I don't see any of them. And we had quite a bit of them. We need one more person here, and then I'll get our buff out. Yeah, so the boss respawned. I don't see any of the ads there. So they do want to stack up on blue during the transition phase. So I'm over to my left. Okay. Alright, everybody's here. Let's get a shout going. Perfect. Raid buffs. We didn't pop drums for this raid buff. We're good. Oh, we're going. We're going. We're doing the things. Alright, so I have the first debuff here. I don't want to pop any like big cooldowns because I have to jump out. And now. So look, I'm running way out of the group, but I think I still hit everyone for like 15k. Not a whole lot, but it's still a decent chunk. Alright, we'll pop Blade Storm now. Get our rage back up. Got a rend. I think range should just always be on them, and normally they have been. Like, I was getting moonfired out of it. Also, hunters just getting their pets on people. Their pets can't be MC'd. So a hunter getting his pet on the person MC'd just like this, right? A hunter getting in there and just getting their pet in there. Oh god, I'm gonna take this blast. I couldn't run out. The only safe space was over here, and that would have been like heroic leaping over these, which is probably the death of me. Alright, let's run through him. MC spawned. Okay, so we're all stacking up on blue. So now we're gonna get a ton of ads. And of course. Oh man, okay. Alright. So a bunch of ads are over here. Let's let me actually kill these guys first, these small guys. And just watch for the laser beam. Laser beam's going out on the other side. I do have 7 stacks to the debuff, so let me pick one of these guys up. Okay, perfect. Let me go over here. Just watch out for the laser beam, which is it is pretty difficult to see, but if you're really focused on it, you can. Just gonna suck with the learning curve of a new raid and a hard to see laser beam. The laser beam's on the other side. Luckily, it hasn't hit us this time. There it is. We transitioned. Okay, perfect. So now I can just kind of focus down this person here. Let's just do that. Oh, I leaped right into that. I saw an enemy nameplate. It was actually the priest here. I saw that nameplate and I was like, great. That's who I have to kill. That's the mind flaying targets. No, that is not the mind flaying targets. Alright, so we transitioned pretty well. Most people are alive. We still have 1 ad here. But it is within execute range. So let's just spam execute. There it is. I thought I pulled aggro there for a second. I got hit by the obliteration blast there? I was definitely on its side. Alright, I am going to want to pick up some more orbs. I definitely need to cleanse off right now. Let's do, I'm at 15. I need to pick some of these up. In order for me to stay alive from, yeah, there it is. In order for me to stay alive from any kind of reasonable damage, I just had too many of these. Look at that. That's what was ticking on me. 1.3k is not that much of a tick, but it was enough. Reducing my HP and making me take that damage. Just a little too much. We also have some healers dead. 2 healers were dead. So this fight, just have to manage your cooldowns. I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, it's just an empowered weapon. I don't think it's a separate. No, it's not a separate target. It's just part of him. Not bad. Not a bad pull. Alright, raid testing is going to finish very, very soon. That is going to do it for today, guys. We got to raid test all 3 raid bosses, even though the first like 30 minutes were pretty terrible. But hey, for the first 30 minutes, we talked about our theory, which I'll mention again. Theory for BfA. Where do I? It's a lot, right? It's a lot. So, Vol'jin made Sylvanas Windrunner the war chief. He said not a lot of people are gonna understand. A lot of people are upset. Sylvanas is looking out for her and her people only, right? We've also had a lot of whispers from Il'gynoth before saying the old gods are coming back. We had the Shadow Priest Naifu also talk about it. So there's been a lot of old god conversation. If you go to Kultiris and quest in Stormsong, there's a lot of old god stuff happening here. A whole temple dedicated to it. You do the quest line, there's a lot of old god influence. We also had the Sword of Sargeras create the wound. So tinfoil hat theory time. All 3 old gods are going to bust out at the same time, and we're gonna need to take care of them. Now, the reason why Sylvanas Windrunner is our war chief is because she can't be turned by the old gods, right? We need someone who's going to have a clear head in order to lead us to victory. Well, Sylvanas can't be influenced by the old gods. So Sylvanas is going to help us take care of this Kalimdor one, since Kalimdor now belongs to us. Sorry, Darnassus, Exodar, you're still hanging out there. It's okay. And over here, we have the Alliance. We have Jaina, who's arguably fought the Lich King before, right? She knew Arthas. She loved Arthas. So we have Alliance having a fight over here. And then here in Northrend, we're going to have Yogg-Saron. Now, who do we have to fight Yogg-Saron? Well, we still have Bolvar as the Lich King and the Scourge. And they are going to try to take over anything. So if the old god comes out, Yogg-Saron comes out, starts trying to slap around Bolvar and the Scourge, they're going to fight back. Now, not everyone wants Sylvanas as their war chief, and that's, you know, pretty obvious. So we don't... The only way to get Sylvanas to step down from the throne of war chief without having her get killed, without having her be Garrosh 2.0, is by having her take care of her people, which is always her priority. Always take care of her people. If Bolvar dies fighting Yogg-Saron, that means that Sylvanas has to take the role of the Lich King for her people, for the Scourge, for the undead. She is going to be the Lich Queen. You guys ready to fight alongside Bolvar? Have Bolvar die and Sylvanas become the Lich Queen? And then we after she becomes the Lich Queen, was after the fight, we fought all 3 old gods. We fought them back now. Arguably, maybe we lose an alliance leader this time, fighting, you know, here. Maybe one of the alliance leaders, Gen, is very emotional. Gen can probably be swayed a little bit. Maybe even Anduin. Not sure. Very, very heavy speculation. But I think we're going to see some old god stuff. The only way Sylvanas gives up the throne of war chief is if she has to protect her people in another way. Having to protect the undead in the form of the Scourge is the only way I can see it. I don't see them killing Sylvanas like they killed Garrosh. A lot of people were saying Garrosh 2.0. I hope not. I hope not. I hope it does it this way. And at the end of it, Hogger will be revealed as the ultimate god, but Ganon will come save us. Hogger will be the fourth old god that died during the old god wars, you know? Hogger will come back. No, that's my tinfoil hat theory. The reason why Sylvanas was chosen as war chief is because she can't be influenced by old gods. You know, Vol'jin saw that. He said, you know, they said to pick you. Not a lot of people are going to want it. Not a lot of people are going to understand, but it has to be you. What makes Sylvanas different from everyone else besides her being remorseless is the fact that she can't be influenced by the old gods. That's what makes her very different from everyone else. And that's the only way she'll give up the throne, is by taking over the Scourge. Unless we kill her, which I don't see that happening. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's live stream. Thank you all for joining me. A lot of raid testing, a lot of this early Sylvanas talk early on in the stream as well. So we'll see what happens. But that's my theory. If I'm right, I'm going to keep this bot up. If I hope I'm right to some extent. Alright guys, I will see you all on Wednesday. I'm still leveling up that Vengeance Demon Hunter. I believe I'm 117 now, so hopefully next week I can get it done. If not, I still have a lot of content coming. Early next week, Monday, Tuesday, we're going to do Druid Weak Auras and Vengeance Demon Hunter builds and guide. I'm working on the rest of the builds and guides as well as, and the Weak Auras as well. So all of those are going to get finished up next week. And then the week after that, we have launch. That's it. The week after that, we're going live, guys. And when we go live, for sure, leveling stream, I will probably be doing dungeon crawling. I already have one of my guild healers saying that he wants to dungeon crawl and that he's willing to heal me as I make every dungeon like 4 pulls. So trying to get those dungeons done. Every dungeon does about a third of your level. If I can do each dungeon in like 15 minutes, we can get 1 level every 45 minutes. That would be really fast and really good. Up until 116 when our Legos go away. So hopefully that happens. And yeah, we'll keep you guys tuned for more of that whole live stream coming up for when BfA launches. But this month is a big month, guys. Thank you to all the patrons, to all the sponsors, all the supporters, all the donators, in whichever way you come by and help and keep the conversation going. I appreciate it. STL, have fun with the rest of your pizza and beer there, my friend. I will see you all on Wednesday. The Lich Queen, how badass would that be? You can put Sylvanas in the most prominent role of her people, and also in a role which I don't think she ever saw herself in, because she lost her life to the Lich King. She was turned by the Lich King. And the Night Elf said that she now has a war against life itself. So does the Lich King. The Lich King has a war against life itself. The Lich King is the most entropy focused force in this universe. Alright guys. Thanks guys. Thanks for the kind words. Remember, war mode on and get your red gem. Yes. When BfA launches, war mode on. Talk to a jewel crafter. Get your red gem. That's it. That is like having a BOA for the whole expansion. Alright guys, see you all on Wednesday.